Hello, testing.
Hello.
We adjusting volumes. I think we are good.
We are on, yes.
All right. Hello. We are back with commentary once again for Tekken 7. Same commentary team that's coming from Street Fighter 5 since apparently we are the only people who were willing to do commentary who had game knowledge. So
No, we got this.
yeah,
No problem.
we'll be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Are you in the bracket too?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we're gonna be hot swapping
yeah,
again.
We got this.
Yep.
You are our beautiful, knowledgeable commentary team. Thank you both so much.
Aw.
Knowledgeable about everybody but like Lydia. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. I honestly like Lydia's a new character from. She's got the. What is she? She's a. I don't know what she is. She's like something of Poland. She's like the
Yeah, I think she's just karate.
Prime Minister of Poland or something.
Yeah, but I think she's just karate.
Yeah.
Is her style.
Yeah, she's
I
got
want
the.
to say. Yeah.
Kind of like Makoto's third strike sort of strikes.
Yeah. Her and I know a little bit of Kunimitsu, but just a little bit. But I haven't seen anybody playing Kunimitsu in any casuals or anything, so I'm not really sure if we'll be seeing her today.
Oh my goodness.
Kuni is like a mixture of like Yoshimitsu and like.
Yeah, she's a lot different in this game.
Yeah.
She used to be like a modified Yoshimitsu clone, and then they made her into her own full-fledged character, especially in this game. She was already pretty independent in Attack 2, but still very clearly had most of Yoshi's moveset, and then now I'm pretty sure she's like basically fresh.
Got her own identity, yeah.
Granted, I really, really, really liked her in Attack 2, so I was really hoping that she would just kind of be a straight, like just straight poured over from that, but then she wasn't. So love and hate that because she's really cool, but she's not what I wanted.
Yeah. Though with such a large roster, I'm sure we're going to see some interesting picks today.
You know, I've been seeing I've seen a couple different people playing Paul. I've seen a couple Horongs. We've got a good Dragunov player coming in here. Yeah, I mean, who do you play in Tekken?
I play Kazumi.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Yeah, you play Kazumi. I play Chloe, and I play a couple of other different characters. I might play more than one in bracket, probably, honestly.
All right.
So.
This is like your main game?
Used to be.
Yeah.
I played it for a solid 3-ish years, 3-4 years, and then when COVID hit, I kind of dropped it. So I guess 3 years.
All right. Well, 3 years of knowledge. That's.
Yeah. Hopefully it pays off. You know.
Oh yeah.
Now, find a new rival.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
for
the
the
follow.
Yeah, no, I guess I stopped playing it like that was a really weird time for the game because it was like Leroy was still like taking over the meta around then. I mean, that was around like the start of COVID, so it was like the best of Leroy had passed, but then that was right before Fucker Mom came out, and then he was his own whole beast, and they're both still monsters. Now it seems like the game is in a lot better state than it was then, but I just remember that there were a lot of different changes that I just wasn't a huge fan of, so I just kind of slowly moved away from the game, but it's still a game that I can come back to and do fine, and I'm hoping that Tekken 8 is good.
Around the time where like. Around that time where like Fucking Realm came out, that's kind of where I dropped off as well. Like in Leroy, like that kind of seemed to be like you'd walk into the arcade and it was just kind of both ends.
Holysquidz, DanTheMan, FurriesRiseDown.
What a name.
Blushing decomposition. Laser. DQ.
And while we are going through these DQs, if I could interject here one more time, we do have a match arena set up for this game, Tekken 7, as you can see right here. All you have to do is click this button over here that says contribute. We've got some offers down there. You do some offers, you add to the pot. It's nice and easy. You can also obviously contribute yourself. We have a match arena set up for every game that we have running this weekend. That is BlazBlue, Melty Blood, Guilty Gear, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, which already ended, and Super Smash Brothers, which starts tomorrow. So I hope that everybody is nice and excited for some Tekken 7, and that you show our players some love. Back to you guys.
Pretty decent sized bracket we got here.
Yeah, we got, what about like 16 people?
I think we got more than that at this
More?
point.
19?
It is 16? Okay.
Yeah, 16 people.
I guess was it with the DQs 16 now? Okay then.
Mhm.
Cool, cool, cool. Wow, already made top 16. How about
Yeah.
that?
Congratulations to all the players here.
And you got 2 setups out there for Tekken right now. All right, let me get FurriesRiseDown and
Holysquidz and DanTheMan. This is updated, right?
All right, I'm wondering if one of us is gonna get called right off the bat.
Up on screen, Holysquidz and DanTheMan up on screen. Thank you.
FurriesRiseDown. And let me get Zushido, Foxy, and Chocolion on the setups out there.
Okay, sounds like we're starting.
FurriesRiseDown and Stan. And Zushido, Foxy, and Chocolion to follow me, please.
Cool. Sounds like we're staying on commentary for this
Alright.
first round of matches.
Cool.
And we got a decent sized bracket, so I think there's probably going to be enough pauses that we're not having to, constantly be going in and out like we did the last bracket.
Yeah. They should have some in the casuals area.
Yeah, just cool. Getting control. Wait, did they both not have controllers? Interesting start.
Just a little bit of technical difficulty, not too many, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Different match on stream. BB and Kasper on stream.
Woo.
All right, so we got a different match coming up for you instead.
Cool. Is that? Oh my god, is it? Oh my.
Also, need to go in there. Talk to the guy sitting in the back. His name is Zarin. Ask him if he has a controller.
A lot of people missing controllers. Can't say I haven't been there. Well, I mean, well, not entirely. When I was at BLFC, I didn't bring a stick, and I had to use the only control they had available was a combat drone, which
Oh
is
yeah, the drones, those little like
the small cheap
yeah, the
ones.
small yellow and black ones, like the
Yeah, they're not like bad,
Yeah.
but combo parts are. They try to be Sanwa, but they're not as good as Sanwa. So, thankfully, I didn't have to play in any brackets with that. But all right, we are almost, hopefully, ready. The other two who needed controls got back in here quickly, so hopefully, our third controller needing player will be back here soon. Any second now.
Just in case you were unaware, we are actually hosting a whole cavalcade of games this weekend. As you can see here, Guilty Gear is yet to come tomorrow along with Super Smash Brothers. Blaze Blue and Melty Blood will be on Sunday as we get Tekken 7 underway. So we've got a whole
In
lineup.
addition, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, in addition, tomorrow we've got Vampire Savior hosted by
Yes.
our own Kitaeo on commentary. So hopefully that'll have a nice.
Hopefully we'll get a
amount
few
of
people.
entrants,
I'm asking.
yeah.
I mean, I'm asking for a lower entry price than the other brackets since it wasn't advertised or anything before.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean, I only asked for $5. So,
Hey, there we go. Even
Yeah.
more incentive. So if you don't have $10, but you've got $5, you can either buy a pin or you can enter VSAV.
do it.
I grabbed one. Okay, and then there's another one. Oh, okay. Yeah,
VSAV best game. Shout outs to Vicky. Thank you very much. Encourage people to sign up.
Do we just need to bring a whole? Do we just need to bring like 5 controllers in here and just take one if you need it? We got so many people who were playing casuals earlier who were using the pads that were in front of the station. So, BB and Kasper up on deck. I got to play BB earlier. They were dragging up pretty good. Dragging up going up against a lucky Chloe player. I guess I gave them some matchup help with that earlier.
BB Dragunov, known for being up close and personal in the using those plus frames to his advantage. He's a scary character.
BB especially does that very in your face, but also like knows when to run away and is able to run away quite well. Kind of in a pretty scary way, honestly. Like way more, really fast and up close and personal when they're close to you. When they're far away from you, patient, incredibly patient.
Either one side of the coin or the other. I like it.
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying to have to fight against, honestly.
Yeah. Let's see how they do here up against Kasper.
Cool. Let's get into this. PS4 load times. Immediate down 2 wall running 2 from Dragunov. Just immediately get a counter hit combo. Oh my god. Incredibly strong start for BB. But no perfect. Man, that's a very quick round 1.
Yes, Lucky Chloe's buttons just can't seem to get started underneath Dragunov's up close attacks. Ooh.
Yep. Wall running 3. Wall running 3+4. I don't know if you know much about Chloe wall running 3+4. That move is, it's such a weird button.
Was that the one where she was like sliding around?
Yeah,
on the floor
it's a really weird button because it's got horrible tracking. It's got a horrible hitbox, but it's also a mix-up for it's a wall running mix-up. She has either a overhead hard knockdown, fast moving high or low crushing move, or she's got her slide, but her slide. Oh no! Rage! Wait!
Nearly flying over Lucky Chloe there. Wow.
All right. Game 2 to BB. Basically, that move isn't very good, but it's also kind of good.
Yeah, this is a mix-up. I like it. Lucky Chloe, just kind of an unconventional movement type character, right?
I mean, yeah, she definitely wants to move around a lot. She's a very tricky character. She wants to get you stuck in her mix-up. She wants to get you stuck in her pressure. She wants to knowledge check you. I think that's the biggest thing that she always wants to do, is wants to see what you don't know. But BB knows Lucky Chloe, it would seem, at least well enough to be able to close out that game 1.
Breaking through the wall and tapping those toes to secure that round.
Yeah, no, she's always been the character that's been rather high risk, high reward in a lot of situations. She has pretty strong mix-ups. She can get a lot of damage off of. She's got her Cali roll that she can just take off 2/3 of your life bar in an instant. But if you know how to sidestep it, you know how to interrupt it, then it's just kind of pointless. BB knows how to interrupt that Cali roll and can just convert a full combo off of it. No problem. So, gonna have to be really careful, just like that, to not have to overuse it.
Those pickups, that was very good. Straight to the wall.
BB's the type of player that whenever you're playing Chloe, you have to play a very fundamental poke-based game. You can't be using those gimmicks, or else you're just going to get beaten for it. Just like this, you can't be using moves at long range. Dragunov, very good character, obviously has moves like his wall running 2 that you can't just be pressing buttons against because of how scary it is, especially on counter hit.
Right. Movement sliding around it's the name of the game here.
Quick, easy sidestep into the down forward 2. See if we can keep this pressure going. Just wall running 2, counter hit. That's going to hit the wall, so not going to be able to kill.
That one as well, the overhead move that he uses.
Closing that out with a best 2 out of 3, yes.
Yes.
So
those are both extremely
Game 2 to
advantageous on block, and it makes it very tough for Lucky Chloe to respond.
yes, that type of move is especially scary for a character like Chloe to deal with, since she doesn't exactly super have the tools to deal with that. That was 2.
Yeah, that was 2.
I mean, it was double no round brown, so.
Yep.
I should have worn my no round brown shirt. I don't think I brought it. Oh well.
Actually, having played quite a bit of fighting games, I actually don't think I've heard the term no round brown.
Okay, it's a Tekken term.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've heard people use it for other games. It was coined by Poke Chop. If you know the player Poke Chop.
Do not.
Atlanta native, Josie player. Basically, no round brown is just not taking somebody winning all 3 rounds in a single match, like just straight 3 rounds in a match of Tekken.
Clean sweep.
Yep.
Yep.
So 6 rounds, no round brown, no round brown.
No round brown. All right.
But yeah, no, I was right before COVID. Like my stick has a bunch of like Tekken player signatures on it, and that's where I got all that from.
Oh, that's what those are.
Yeah. So Pokeshop was I actually have Pokeshop's signature on here, and it says "Dunno Round Brown" on it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He's from Atlanta. The DreamHack is in Atlanta, and he was just like walking around the venue. He had this giant bin, and he was just selling "No Round Brown shirts, no Round Brown shirts, $14."
That's amazing.
And he just like I just like sent him money in Cash App, and just got a No Round Brown shirt. So it's just like got a picture of him as like a boxer on it, and just says "No Round Brown Gym" or something like that.
Jim, oh, nice. Oh, it would seem that you have a fan here of the game you're running, Vicky Viper. Shoutouts to Vicky.
Yep. Yeah. Hi. All right, who are we getting this time? We're getting Negan versus. Are we about to see Law? That's where we're stopped on character select, but we're shirt adjusting right now. Yes.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah. So hi, Vicky. Okay, we're seeing Negan versus Paul.
Now that I think about it, I think I might have seen you at some arcades in Austin.
No.
Have I not?
No.
I feel like I have. No? 'Cause I've seen Vicky around there too. No? Oh. That's cool. No. Well, congratulations, Vicky. That's wonderful.
Okay, so getting
right.
into this game.
Yes, here we go.
I have actually seen more Negan than probably a lot of people. One of my main training partners for a little while played Negan. This was also during an era where I was playing a lot of Lars, so that was a weird matchup to practice a lot of. But Negan, insanely scary character.
Yes.
Lots of plus frames, lots of plus on hit, plus on block. His intimidation stance is quite literally very intimidating, I think.
Particularly tricky. Armored moves that just cannot be, they just go right through it. I know he's got that stance where nothing affects him at all.
And he's got a lot of like moves that seem like they might be counter hit launchers that are not counter hit launchers. They are just launchers. Like his wall standing 2, it's like this bat to your chest. And I guess a lot of the wall standing 2s are launchers, but it doesn't really feel, it's not really the same type of move. But yeah, just a lot of scary moves across the board. But Holysquidz with his Paul, early lead, 2 rounds up already.
Love the hair.
Where's our outfit that just has him with the longer hair? I think that's one of the default outfits. Oh, okay. Get to the game for a sec.
Back on.
But Holysquidz showing a... Oh, that was a player 2 pause. Okay, we're
gonna play it out.
I was gonna say, I guess we're playing it out, but
yeah.
Holysquidz taking game 1.
Oh, that looked painful.
No stage switch, no character switch either.
Paul known for just trying to get that back flip. Can't do it. All right, hopping back in.
All right, let's see if Holysquidz has just as dominant of a showing in this game, or if we are going to see Negan dominance this time around.
Hop kicks.
Not quite looking like we're going to see much of anything different this match. That down back 2 he has, so scary. Hits you with the legs, counter hit, true combos into a little string. That just does way more, it does more damage than it feels like it should.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, wow.
Not able to convert off of that.
The
Spring
magic
kick,
4.
are we going to be able to see this? Oh, it doesn't look like oh, wait, no, drop combo. That's DanTheMan getting around.
Very close. DanTheMan showing sense of life. We're back in 1-1.
Yep. Oh, gets counter hit by that forward 2-2 though. Fun little move. I have no idea how that didn't hit. Launcher.
Oh, that armored launcher.
Oh no, doesn't get the combo. Yep, just going back to these pokes.
Some mid pressure, which is especially good in Tekken.
Good punish. Oh, no deep punish.
Oh no, we got a raw critical art. Swing, and
Rage art
unfortunately
punish
a miss.
missed. I think that's like only the first or second deficits we've seen this set so far. A little surprising. I'm a little happy to not see them just getting ripped out, but I can't say that whenever I play Paul. Even like, I mean, I'll toot my horn a little bit. I mean, I think I'm not bad at the game, but like even I like to just rip out Deathfist a lot because that move is just fun.
Will this do enough damage to kill him?
Yes, it will. Down forward 1. Closing it out, Holysquidz to out. Alright, who we gonna have next? Sounds good to me. I gotta actually listen for matches now. It was nice to not have to worry about it. 2-0 Holysquidz. Yep. Double even, of course, of course. Okay, good luck. It's Lydia. It's Lydia. All right. So we are going to be seeing Kazumi versus Lydia, Sai versus Blushing Decomposition. I don't actually know. I think we maybe only have a few buys, so we are still winners round 1. FurriesRiseDown. That's such a good tag.
It's a great name.
That's such a good name.
We're seeing Kitaeo versus Shun on commentary. I will not leave you by yourself. We are
Ooh.
okay.
I feel like if I could solo commentate in a game, like, realistically, I could probably do this one, but I appreciate it.
Of course.
I've had to solo commentate Smash.
Oof.
Like, our locals are, like, small, right? Mm-hmm. We would always have the same top 2 every single week. Because, like, our 2 best players were the 2 best players in the state.
Right.
But then there's, like, a massive drop-off. Nobody else who was on PR was at our local.
Oh, no.
And a lot of times, I mean, I would run the stream. I would play in bracket because I was 3rd
right.
at our local. So I would have to run the stream, play, and then at the end, everybody would always leave super early. So I would have to commentate the same grand finals every week where nothing new happened. Simon versus Game & Watch.
And you have to find something nice to say.
It was just silent, like half the time, just, oh, that looked slightly different than what he usually does.
Working on something new. Oh.
Finally. Yeah, just a little painful.
Right. Well,
I did it.
Thankfully, we've got mostly new faces and no pain at all here at Texas Furry Fiesta.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to give a small shout out to the Center for Animal and Research and Education, which is the charity that Texas Furry Fiesta is working with. Seems established 2003, I believe that says. So that's really, really cool. That's the charity that this event is working with. And hopefully there will be no charity in this match.
All right, getting in. I think we need to swap names.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes. All right. I honestly cannot say I know much about Lydia. That's like that's maybe the only character in the game that I don't really know what she does, like at all. I just know she's good.
The Lydia is like the newest character in the game, I believe. Yeah, she does.
She's been out for a while at this point.
She does karate?
I believe so. All I know is that she was considered for a little while to kind of be the new busted DLC character compared to the other new characters that have come out within the past few years.
Definitely up against the old busted character who got many, many, many nerfs after Arslan Match came over in Juanita.
Yeah, so. No. That's another character, like talking about characters like earlier that have like had journeys within the games. Kazumi is definitely a character that has a storied history in this game.
Definitely used to be one of the most impressive, powerful characters in the game, and still doing amazing work with that down forward one, keeping Blushing Decomposition on notice.
Yeah, but I mean, I know she's not as good as she was, but I still think that she's always been a very fundamentally like sound character.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're able to have a good fundamental game, you're going to be able to play her pretty well, and I think that that's still going to show through no matter what with this game's balancing.
Definitely.
So, let's see how it goes versus this new blood character.
And from what I know, I believe Lydia is an explosive mix-up character, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I believe so. I know she has some pretty good counters, I believe. Just going
Rager?
straight into the Rager. No, just close that out. You don't want to risk something right there, especially with the sidewall like that.
Oh, and that's round.
Yep.
Round 3. Fight.
All right. BlazingSai
Magic
already.
4.
Yeah, BlazingSai already in this game or this round 3. Early lead, almost half life bar already ahead.
Blushing Decomposition
Oh,
definitely needs to
wall combo.
find the area to bust out some of this pressure.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens. Down forward 1, down forward 1. Sidestep 1. That's game 1 to BlazingSai. Good stuff.
Looking very strong right now. Keeping things nice and simple with the down forward 1 pressure, making sure that Lydia can't move too much.
It's like I was saying, if you have good fundamentals, that character is still scary with moves like that down forward 1. That just 1-1 Mishima pokes.
Nice jab outs, finding the fast option to get through some of these strings.
Okay, good little string.
Ooh, big whip.
What was that hitbox?
Yeah, I was supposed to
Yeah.
have hit, right? Yeah.
That was like Fakumram's hurtbox as a hitbox.
Oh, up kick.
Yeah. Ooh, no full wall conversion though. You're gonna see a rage drive?
Ooh.
No rage drive. Oh no. Okay, but little. Look, I'm gonna say, not knowing, I'm gonna guess that was down back 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a guess that was either down 1 or down back 1, closing it out with a down back 1.
Whatever it was, it seems to be working out quite well for a Blushing Decomposition this round.
Yep, continue these pokes, continue the suppression. I feel like that's what Sai needs in this matchup to win, is just keeping that good pressure, keeping those side steps, or continuing to do some good side steps, some good movement. Goes for the hop.
Big miss on the hop kick, getting mixed high-low though.
Very just poke heavy game here. This is what I love to see in Tekken, is lots of pokes, lots of just movement, not a lot of just like, I mean, I can't say I don't fish for a lot of stuff, but not seeing a lot of fishing for stuff
So
is quite refreshing.
That throw, is that a punch parry that she's doing?
Which throw?
Where
Kazumi's?
the purple punch and she does the hands.
Oh no, that's just her 1+2 grab.
Okay, that's just 1+2.
Yeah, leads to a wall combo. That is maybe one of the scariest grabs in the game, just for that pressure at the wall.
So 1+2 is one of the rare throws in this game that you actually need to know how to break, correct?
No, I mean, yes, but I mean, 1+2 throws are probably they're more common than common throws, because like a lot of them, you'll either get more damage, better Oki, you'll get a wall combo in the case of Kazumi. They're just a lot scarier.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So you almost always want to go for a 1+2. Like realistically, you want to be able to see the throw, to be able to break it however you want to. But if you're like me and you're really terrible at seeing throws, you want to be pressing 1+2 for throw breaks. But also, I'm bad at pressing 1+2. I tend to just press 1 then 2 really fast, and then I just get thrown every time.
The launchers came out in full force in that round.
Yes, quick 2-0 BlazingSai getting a perfect in that final game.
Yeah. It was looking a little close there in the middle, but BlazingSai definitely got it together and cleaned that up nice and quick in the end. Congratulations to him. Blushing Decomposition we will hopefully see more of in the lower bracket later on. I'm going to kick it back to BlazingSai on commentary in just a moment.
Yep. Good job. Good job.
All right, got the poke game going.
I'm kind of expecting to hear my match get called next, honestly, just to get it over with.
How'd you feel about your match?
It felt pretty good. It always feels good to just kind of hop back into Tekken after playing some 2D games and really feel out that movement. Tekken definitely a game that's just has some of the most fun movement, just kind of moving all around, up, down, back, looking for those whiffs, because any whiff in this game can lead to some massive damage.
Not me? Okay. Yeah, no, didn't see it going for much of like Fearless Warrior type mix-ups though. Like going back and forth with floating.
Yeah. Anytime floating back, that can get caught, and then if you get caught, it's just a free
Yeah.
float. It's risky,
Yeah.
but it definitely is. It's a lot of fun. Like to just pull out when an opponent doesn't expect it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Kazumis I see really like going for like, what is it, F3F, just going straight into Fearless Warrior and then just playing the mix-up game from there. And like to me, that's just actually way too scary to really be able to keep my composition in.
With all the different follow-ups, you got the low, you've got a move that's plus on block from it.
You got a hop kick.
Yeah, hop kick from it.
Okay. Wait, do I have a buy? Oh, okay, that's why I haven't played it. I have a buy. All right, cool. I'll take that. Let's hope I actually like put that to good use. Yeah, would hate to have that little extra boost to start off the bracket and not really be able to do anything about it.
Speaking of putting to good use, I hope that you all have been putting the promo codes for the Matcherino to good use to help out our players over here in the Tekken 7 bracket. Each and every one of them well-deserving of partaking in this delicious 75 cents that you see here on the stream. That could be much more if you click the buttons and share the links.
Claim those codes.
Yeah. And we're about to get started right here with BB versus Chocolion.
Cool. Who do we have? We have another. We got Paul coming back up.
Yeah, BB's Paul has come back.
Or wait, no. Is that BB? Oh no. We're seeing. Oh wait, are we already playing round 2? Oh, okay, we're already playing. Yeah, okay, we're already playing round 2.
Yeah.
Did not think we would already be in round 2, but I guess people have been really busy in the side room playing their off-stream matches. Cool. Sounds like I am next. All right, Paul versus Dragunov. Who did we see versus Dragunov earlier? But that was Chloe. It was Chloe.
Yeah, it was Lucky Chloe.
For some reason, I thought we saw this matchup already, but no, we did not. I think we needed a side switch on the names. Yep. Cool. Now, immediate Death Fist to start off this game. Another Death Fist. This one getting punished for a little bit more than a Death Fist would do damage itself.
Death Fist
Good.
Infamous for being a very strong mid that Paul has.
I mean, you get hit with it, you die. That's Death Fist. But very punishable if you can stay outside the box that he wants you, that Dragunov wants you to stay in. What are the words I just said? It's not as good. It's very punishable.
It's not good. It's bad.
It's like it's not the worst move ever.
Yeah.
It's like it's a really good whiff punish, but you don't need to throw it out at a time like right there.
Right. No.
When when you have them at the wall, that's just asking for a punish to get out of the wall or get out of the corner.
Oh, there we go. Dragunov pressure coming back in.
Yeah, that's what this is what I was talking about right here.
low.
BB's pressure is something to behold. You're gonna get no wall break. Not yet. Oh, wow, that little hop kick.
Round 3.
All right, quick 2 rounds. We're gonna see another one of those. 1-2 punish.
Ball running 2.
Chocolion going for a lot of these risky combo startups. A lot of Death Fists. BB gonna close this one out. Rage Drive not connecting. That's the super Death Fist. Ooh, wait a second though. Oh, but BB just walking right around that. Down forward, want to close it.
A little step that Paul has. Can you do another action after that?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, no, he's got his wave dash and then he's got his back step. You can do, there are actions that you can do out of both of those. In fact, Death Fist is what you get out of his sway. So yeah, going into game 2, we're gonna see if Chocolion's gonna be able to make any adjustments.
Interrupting those plus frames with a throw. That was very well done.
BB wanted to just get away. He loves using that crawl away that Dragunov has as a unique get up option. Because there are a lot of times where he just wants to step back because he knows that a lot of times you're going to want to step or just like walk forward to the button. He's definitely the type of player who just sort of just like hold things back if he sees he has a life lead. patient, wants to stay back, wants you to come up to him, make a mistake. However, the mistake BB has made, I'm not actually... Okay, that did connect.
I am not sure this is going to kill.
It's
I
not
don't think
going to
that's
kill.
enough.
If Alt Death Fist had been used and there had been a follow-up, there was a chance.
16 seconds left on the clock.
But
Ooh,
round 1 for BB with that.
that was very close. Any touch will do it.
We have some drink choking in the room. We are good. Not punishable.
I
No
like that
mix-up.
Paul is going on the offensive here. Trying to stop Dragunov from his poke and stay out game plan here.
Yes. But BB putting this pressure right back onto the wall. Balcony break. We're going to see, we're going all the way to the wall. Full wall combo. Snake is trying to catch a crouch. It's wall running 2. Wall running 2. Wall running 2. There was a missed wall running 2 in there too. Yeah, easy little
Solid
easy
launcher.
punish with that wall standing 2. Dragunov, a character that definitely got a lot bigger buffs recently, considering what they had done to him in some earlier seasons after season 1. Very much back in a good spot. Almost killing with the Frankensteiner. Hit me with that one earlier, felt bad. I got put in this exact same situation. Yeah, aiming to try. Oh no! The unblockable Death Fist! Wait, are we gonna see a comeback?
He brings it back.
Ooh,
with a key charge afterwards. Paul means business.
Said, yeah, that was mine. Yeah. I think we're just gonna see a bunch of wall running 2s now.
Oh, that was a solid launch, but nothing off of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. Oh no, misses the.
But with
Drops the
Dragunov's
combo.
back to the wall,
Yeah, this is actually a little bit
it's a
scary.
scary position to be in.
Oh, went for the throw. That was actually good on BB for not being in the throw range, but I believe this is not going to kill.
Not it. And what a block!
Oh
Fantastic presence of
These-
mind to block
no!
there.
These comebacks from Chocolion.
Yes.
Are we going to see a game 3? I don't know. BB looking a little bit more dominant in this match. Oh, the low
what a
parry.
low
That's
parry.
it. GG's to those two. Now, I believe I may be up next.
Was that 2-0?
That was 2-0.
Yeah,
Yes. Quick one. No, 2-0 BB.
2-0 BB, yep.
2-0 BB.
All right, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And it looks like I'm going to be commentating this next one alone, but it's going to be great. I cannot wait to see what my fellow commentator has in store.
Do you have this one solo?
Yes, I do.
I will let you fly.
All right, I got it. It'll be Kitaeo versus Blumb here in our next match. And Kitaeo's saying that they play multiple different characters, so I'm excited to see what we're going to find in this next match.
Primarily a Lucky Chloe player, right?
Lucky Chloe, yes, mainly Lucky Chloe.
Do you happen to play more than one character yourself?
Mostly Kazumi, although I did dabble in some Asuka.
Ah, okay. That would explain the fundamentals.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Kitaeo herself will put on quite a show as we get set up here.
Mm-hmm.
Controller's still connected.
Ah, yes.
Looks like.
The usual PS4 controller not disconnected issue.
We might have some controller issues here.
The bane of every PS4 tournament.
If you are using a wire controller, go into devices and disconnect all Bluetooth controllers before you play.
How long have you been playing Tekken 7 for?
I've been playing Tekken 7 since season 1.
Oh, since season 1.
Yeah,
Wow,
but
alright.
like I went on for a while as Asuka and then just kind of stopped playing for a bit, and then when Leroy came out, I hopped back on with Kazumi. Kept at it until Falcon Rom came on, then I left again.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Maturino? Yeah.
I mean, you know, Falcon Rom was very, very good. Very, very strong when he first came out. Just as strong as this Maturino link coming up over here. As you can see, we have it set up for Tekken 7 going on. The question mark?
Help support our players, help support the tournament. All you gotta do is click on the link for the code, and we can up that prize pool.
So, you know, thankfully, the prize pool right now is combined with the entry fees. But we can always make that bigger with the help and contributions of any and everyone in the community. So even if you are in the venue and you were hearing about Maturino for the very first time, you could even click that there. If you are watching the stream, it is in the stream chat. If you are not watching the stream, it is at maturino.com/tournaments. You can find us under Texas Furry Fiesta for Tekken 7.
All right, we're gonna be getting this next match underway here.
Get ready for the next battle.
Going to be seeing Kitaeo's Lucky Chloe up against Lily. And Lily in this game, quite nimble from what I understand. She has very excellent sidesteps and just very evasive. So seeing her move around Lucky Chloe's dances, let's see how this is going to play out.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, round starting off. It looks like Lily is backing away, looking for some kind of opportunity. Look at the movement here from both players. They're staying mobile. Lily going in, though, with some pressure. Trying to find some kind of opening. Lucky Chloe with a solid hit, carrying them to the corner. Oh, interrupting that follow-up. That was wise of Blumb to stop Lucky Chloe from running what she wants to do. Excellent interrupt. And the mix misses. Waiting for another one. Are we going to see a low here? No, Lily. Trying to come back, but she cannot seem to gain momentum. Back into round 2. Another interrupt. Blumb knows all about that. Does not want Lucky Chloe to take off. Solid launcher. To the wall. Blumb wanting to keep Lucky Chloe locked down here. One more hit on either side could do it. Oh no, that was unfortunate. Nice, looking for that last poke. 1-1.
Round 3. Fight.
They're both engaging at kind of mid-range. Trying to dare the other player to do something. Oh man, now that that could be it right now. One more touch from Lily.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
A few pokes, trying to find some sort of opening. Oh, a solid counter hit. What a conversion. Oh no, it looks like Lucky Chloe was dancing in the wrong direction there. Oh my goodness, the sidestep from Blumb, but that was just such a drop. But this wall, this is dangerous. Wow, a brave poke mid-range. Looks like we're going to be seeing a character change. Like to see what else Kitaeo can bring to the table. We're going to see a Leo. Leo, from what I understand, is a good all-rounder in Tekken 7. Has all their bases covered. However, in doing so, they're not particularly strong in any one area. But with a character that can stop Lily from slinking away with her tricky movement, we can see if Leo can lock down Lily.
Round 1.
All right, heading into round 1. Nice interrupt on the side. That's a very brave hop kick from Lily. But this should get all of that space back that Lily lost. This Leo pick seems to be working out very well for Kitaeo.
Round 2. Fight.
Knockdown. Oh, see there. Leo was able to catch Lily from sidestepping. That was perfect. And the low parry! Oh my goodness! Nice punish on that block low. Lily, elegance and grace. Trying to keep Leo from moving, but Leo responds. The wall is going to mess up that combo. Lily using the advantage from the rage drive to finish off that round. 1-1. Oh, Leo catching, but didn't quite finish that combo. In Tekken, the name of the game is finding that hit. You gotta poke and prod the opponent. Try and find that opening.
Round 4. Fight.
Wow, that hit from back turn. Leo trying to take advantage of the situation, but he's taking a lot of damage for this. And that armored move, very well played by Blumb. Welcome back.
Well, that happened. I don't want to talk about it.
You'll get him. Still got losers to go through.
Completely fair enough. We do indeed have losers to go through. And speaking of going through, we actually have some pretty cool stuff here on the match arena if you donate. As you can see that someone did over here, possibly even buying one of these hoodies. If you purchase some stuff in our marketplace over here, such as one of these hoodies or some of these Team Spooky shirts, the proceeds go directly into our pot. It shows you the split right down here. And yeah, it is very, very, very cool. Just wanted to show that off just in case we didn't know. You see some contributions up here, and we will go right back to our commentary team. Thank you very much.
All right. We have somebody coming up on stream, Blushing Take competition, and I missed the other name.
Zushido Foxy versus Blushing Composition.
So we're gonna see Lydia versus I don't know.
Alright, getting set up and heading into character select. That was a pretty good round.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
I think my favorite part of this tournament so far has been seeing just how varied the getups that people come up to the stream with. They've got all the fursuit heads and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's a very, very colorful cast of competitors here at Texas Furry Fiesta 2022.
It's one of the best parts, seeing everyone come up and show off their individuality and what they've got in this game.
Fiesta. Lily.
It looks like I may be back in the commentary more than planned if I'm having to run through the losers run. But if I get out quickly, then I'm here. Not really worrying about it anymore. Okay, Lydia versus another Lily.
Mm-hmm. All right, Zushido Foxy coming back in, pushing decomposition. Let's see what these players can do.
Fight.
I think we're definitely going to see a little bit more of this this hope-oriented gameplay with Lydia from Blushing Decomposition.
And that string with the low tends to catch people off guard. I know it caught me off guard. I haven't played a lot against Lydia, but...
Wow, I can't believe that actually just picked up going to a frontal combo instead of having to worry about back turn. Blushing Decomposition with a fairly strong round one.
Oh, going for something pretty risky there around start. Lydia taking advantage of it. Really finding a way out, doing some...
You know, just looking for ways to get just Lily out of her slower stuff is really important. Like that, a move like this right here, you can just kind of poke her out of the middle of it. That's really important to be able to do.
Round 3. Fight.
Lily having an entirely different moveset when she's back
Oh
there.
my god, getting the low chop, I don't even know what to call it.
For the same start as the last round, and this time it pays off.
Just going for these, just a few mix-ups.
If Lydia can put the pressure on Lily here, we might be able to see an opening, and combo damage in Tekken is very high.
It's gotten pretty high.
Yes.
It can be, that used to be my thing. As a Koi player, combo damage used to be my thing. Now it's everybody's
That's
thing.
everybody's saying, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of one of the reasons I stepped away from the game a little bit, was it's a little bit...
It's a high combo damage.
Yeah, the balancing started to get to me a little bit. But, I mean, the game isn't in a terrible state right now. Could be better, but...
Oh my goodness, they went for it again.
Yeah, just jab her out of it.
Interrupting that back turn flip.
Oh no, the wall splat, is that gonna kill?
Yeah. Yet it's 2-2. Oh, that was tricky.
You know, just using these Lily mix-ups. Good lows. Decent mids. Lily's always been one of those characters that's just been, like, pretty solid and also really underplayed. Like, feels like she hasn't gotten too much done to her in general. Nobody really plays her. Like, I can't think of somebody who has played Lily off the top of my head. I mean, I can think of a player for just about any character except for Lily for some reason. I mean, oh no, Nee's played her in tournament before, but that's like it. Because Nee was she was the answer to, I want to say that she was the answer to Arslan for
Arslan
like,
Ash's Kazumi.
I want to say that she was Nee's answer to Arslan's Kazumi for like a tournament or two. But that was about it. I can't think of another time of somebody playing her in tournament. But Zushido Foxy taking that game one as Lily. 3-round, reverse 3 rounds, come back.
Arslan definitely a big name that I look up to as a Kazumi player. Oh,
Yeah.
that launcher.
Yeah, Matterhorn is...
Both legs.
Matterhorn's really scary. I got hit by Matterhorn during my match, and yeah, you're just when you get hit by, if you're getting hit by Matterhorn, you're just gonna take a ton of damage. It feels horrible to get hit by. Let me tell you.
Ooh, really turning her back and getting hit for it. Just staying there, letting Lydia come to her. Oh no!
You know, kind of throwing out a few moves. Blushing Decomposition could definitely be picking up off of some of these whiff punishes, but not that one. That was no whiff. That was a round ender.
Going for a Matterhorn, and that was blocked, but the punish definitely could have been a little stronger there. Lydia, though, taking this advantage.
This should be... Oh, no,
not
not getting the
enough.
full wall combo. Accidental drop, but the little poke is going to do it.
Round 3. Fight.
Snake Edge at round start. What an option.
Definitely expecting Lydia to go in or to do something, but stayed patient.
Yeah, no, just pressing buttons on this back turn, keeping Lily in back turn, making her want to press buttons to try to get out of back turn and also get some sort of advantage, but you can just keep pressing buttons on that if she's going to keep doing her slower stuff. And she'll stay in back turn, and that's horrible for her. But just poke after poke after poke coming from blushing decomposition. But still dropping things every now and then. Zushido Foxy looking very close to not actually taking this round.
Turned it around at just the last moment. Blushing decomposition has their composition.
Ooh, that screw. Not going for a full ender, not really getting much in the way of Oki, though.
Blushing is definitely trying to get this next game and even it up.
Yeah, wants to get this over with
Yeah.
as soon as possible. Just do these little pokes, do these little safe options. Keep your distance.
These cartwheels have been getting...
Yeah, those cartwheels are a little nasty, taking the round for Zushido Foxy.
Yes.
A lot of times, if you're worried like that, if you're getting hit with just the onslaught of moves like that, sometimes you really just want to block them and try to keep your composure as strong as possible, because one little screw up and you might be taking a lot more damage than you want to when you could be getting safe punishes. Composure is so important in this game.
Ooh. That's a new kind of move. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I think that was... It sounded like one of her counters, but I know that it wasn't, because... Yeah.
Oh no.
But
those
Zushido Foxy taking it
backflips.
2-0.
Still doing work for Zushido. Well done.
Who we got coming up? Cool. You're
Got Kitaeo versus Stan coming up next on stream. The Kitaeo run back, very exciting. We also
Huh? Score for that last match was...
I think so. No. All right. Here we go. So we've got Kitaeo versus Stan. If you were watching Street Fighter V, you may remember Stan from that game. Played Cammy and Kage, so we'll see who Stan plays in this game, because I'm not sure if we saw... Yeah, did we see Stan earlier today? Nope.
Oh wait, no. No, I do. We're good.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Did we see Stan earlier today?
Yes, we did in Street Fighter V.
Ah, yes. So I'm not sure if we saw him earlier in this game or not. Kitaeo seems to be going with the Lucky Chloe, and if you think you got this solo, I'm going to leave this up to you.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
go for it.
Thank you, Sai.
Yeah, no problem. Get ready for the next battle. Heading on in. All right, we'll see what adjustments that both players here can make. Oh, Katarina. It's an interesting choice. We did see some Katarina gameplay earlier in some of the casuals. So this will be, it'll be great to see more of what she can do. I saw some nasty counter hits out of her before, so it seems like it's pretty dangerous to hit buttons in certain areas against her.
Desculpa, mas você vai ter que morrer.
Round 1.
Definitely fashionable. All right, we're going into the match. Doing that movement dance. All right, Lucky Chloe is gonna get some things started here. And this stage, yes, known for having several drops in it, which you can use to extend combos. Up against the wall, this looks very tricky for Katarina to get out of. Those mid pokes, keeping Katarina on her toes. Oh, what a hit, but doesn't get anything out of it. Back down on the ground again. Oh, that was that move she was talking about before. That was that running 3-4. This one actually connects. Katarina low on life. She's got to find us something. Hop kick. Oh, there we go. Solid hit. One more will do it. The low parry. Ah! Lucky Chloe smelled something was coming. Oh, back turn kicks. All right. Bring him to the wall. Already more than half life off of that one combo. Oh man, that's the second perfect. Kitaeo really giving a strong showing here.
Get ready for the next battle.
Kitaeo looking a lot more motivated this match than
for
last
sure.
match. Yeah, definitely seems like those jitters have gotten out of the way. Yeah.
Round 1.
Lucky Chloe going in again. Let's see. Stand and hold off. This onslaught. Ooh, solid counter hit, but no follow-up. There's that pressure again we were seeing earlier. Katarina has some very nice strings that seem to be pretty dangerous. Ooh, going for crazy double low there, that breakdance, and it all pays off. I'm talking about how Lucky Chloe is a risky character to play, like risky 50-50, but things pay off if you get that guess right. Ooh, Cat with these long-range low pokes. Okay, they're in the air again. Follow up. One more touch will do it. All right. Pretty good low hit there. No low parry this time, but we'll see what happens this next round. All right, very strong counter hit. Take him to the wall. Wall combo. Oh no, these onslaughts of pokes right now. Keeping Lucky Chloe in place.
Round 4. Fight.
That's a pretty great start to a round. Both characters sending out a button. Oh, there's that same counter hit again. Very strong. All right, Lucky Chloe breaking free. Let's see what she's got. Look at all these pokes and follow it up. Twirl them about in that grab. It's 2-2. Alright, trying to take up that space. Getting on their face. Oh, wow! Running up, no fear. 1, 2, 3 in a row. Oh my gosh, these giant counter hits. Katarina wants this. Both of them about the same amount of life. Ooh, beautiful tech on the throw. Katarina says no. Oh, but a double sliding low. Lucky Chloe, in the end, bringing this back. 2-0.
Alright, Joe, we are down to top 8 right now. All of the matches from here on out will be on stream. These setups outside are open for casual.
Well done.
That's what I'm talking about.
First up,
Yeah.
side. Gonna be FurriesRiseDown versus Sai.
All right.
Oh yeah, I can give you a telegram. It is at BlazingSai.
Cool. Yeah, I needed that match.
Definitely looked much stronger that match. Congratulations on your top 8.
Woo.
Sai going up to defend his top 8 placing, seeing if he can make it into winners finals.
Damn.
If he manages to take out his winners semifinal match against FurriesRiseDown. What a name. Chat was going wild during the last match.
Good.
Alright, so Sai plays Kazumi as we went over last time.
Yes, I do not know who he is up against. However, I mean, like, character-wise. I don't believe we've seen him on stream.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Bracket seems like it is both moving and lasting forever all at the same time. It's surprising. Sometimes Tekken goes by like that, and then sometimes Tekken 7 takes a very, very long time.
Yeah. Ooh, Lay.
Lay
Oh, shit. Can I swear on stream? I haven't
yeah.
I haven't sworn on stream the entire time.
Kalis.
Thank you.
We got the okay for swearing from Kalis. Let's go.
Yeah, no. Lay.
Yeah,
Probably one of the least played characters in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Came out not as good as a lot of the characters that were top tier at the time. Oh. Yeah, not super well versus a lot of the top tiers at the time. Hasn't gotten too much in the way of buffs. Definitely a character that's been in a little bit of a weird spot since he was released.
Yes.
But definitely one of those characters that we also always love seeing. Honestly, seeing somebody do really good work with Lay is always incredibly fun to see.
Character's extremely exciting to watch. Very volatile on the screen. He's got about 7 stances.
Look
that
at
he goes
this! You want to talk like a knowledge check character? Here you go. When you got like 5 or 6 stances you have to worry about fighting.
There you see the nap time stance right there. He's got a back turn. He's got the snake. He's got the crane.
When we're actually seeing the haha steps come out in Tekken 7, you know that we're going to be in for a treat here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just hoping that FurriesRiseDown puts on a show more than anything.
And it looks like we're going to get it. Because this is already looking crazy. I am terrified of Lay.
Massive hop kick coming out on both sides. The noises are hilarious.
Great character. Great, just great design character.
Oh, absolutely.
I kind of wish he was better in this game, just so we could see more of him, because he's such a funny character.
He makes me wish that more games had Jackie Chan clones.
Yeah, exactly. I remember he was one of the characters that people were pretty upset about when he wasn't there on launch.
Oh, yes, he was
It was Lay and Anna. Everybody just wanted Lay, Anna, Lay, Anna, Lay, Anna. Season 1 comes out, Geese and Noctis, and people are like, where's Lay?
Yeah.
Where's Anna? And then they just released them at the same time.
He was a Season 2 edition, correct?
Yes, he was one of the first 2 characters. Him and Anna both released at the same time in Season 2.
And that is FurriesRiseDown putting on an absolute show in our first game.
No stage switch on Game 2. For those who don't know, the switching rules in Tekken 7 at the current time are loser can either change character or change stage, but not both. If they switch characters, they have to switch stage. But they can also just choose to rematch. Actually, wait, no, I think they actually took out that clause. I think technically, according to the Tekken World Tour rules, you have to switch stage. I could be wrong. I know there was something that was recently changed that people were a little bit upset about, and I believe that may have been it.
That would make a lot of
But
sense.
I did not blame him for just wanting to stay on this stage. I actually really like the stage.
That stage is beautiful. It's a Kudomitsu stage, correct?
Yes. Balcony break stages, just fun. Love balcony break.
Just about as beautiful as that round there for FurriesRiseDown.
Yes.
Going absolutely hog wild against Sai right now.
Yeah, this is pretty insane lane play. This is what I want to see from Lei play. Just lots of movement, just going for insanity while still playing very well in general. Lots of pokes, lots of stances, lots of just craziness. You want to talk party time with a character like Chloe? This is the party time character.
Oh, absolutely. BlazingSai is doing everything he can possibly to keep FurriesRiseDown honest, but once things get started, it is impossible to know.
Yeah, no, and this character, like, he might drop something. Boom, he's in a stance, he can pop you right back up.
It's truly impossible to know what is coming next, and a big perfect for
Quick
FurriesRiseDown.
2 games for FurriesRiseDown. Congratulations
Big
for making it
congratulations.
to Winners Finals.
That will be Lei Wulong and Winners Finals coming up next.
Let's go.
All right. And our next match after that is going to be BB versus Blumb.
Whew. That was wild. As far as I know. Yep.
Well, that was explosive, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that is definitely that character.
I will say I'm quite proud of a few things though. I survived the knowledge check of his little spinning knuckles, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you know.
But there is still so much to Lei Wulong that, man, oh man, that was fantastic. Great stuff. All right.
Getting the advice.
Yeah, thank you.
Pressure
I'll
Lei.
take that to mind.
Don't let Lei pressure you.
No, that was excellent.
Yeah, no, that's a wild character. It's just reset, reset, reset,
Yeah,
reset.
Lei, a character I do not have too much experience in fighting, and with all those different stances, it's a lot to handle. But for sure, there's always more I can learn, so I want to take that knowledge and I'll come back and get him.
So we are waiting on BB, who is nowhere to be seen at the moment, but a very, very strong contender to be in grand finals here, if I do say so myself. And I do.
Yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I guess we're just getting new USB cables for
Yeah,
the controllers that we're borrowing.
Bringing in some cords so we don't have to deal with the wireless.
Okay, BB is on his way.
Sweet.
There he is. Cool. Hopefully, we should have no more controller issues, although I see that that controller is currently lighting up green, which means that it's either player 3 or player 4.
Hey, so far though, we haven't had any interruptions during their matches. So
Yeah,
I
thankfully
would say that with a good track record, I think we're gonna come out of this all right.
Yeah, hopefully so. I mean, the only controller problem I can think that I've had, besides like the very start of the bracket when we needed controllers, was at the start of my first match where we had a controller that was not working at the start. But that was because of connected controllers, so we just had to go and disconnect. Oh, that was something.
I see a lot of delicious in the chat here. Is that like what a Lei Wulong says?
I think it was on like every reset basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
All right, we got BB in the house. BB versus Blumb.
I noticed they RPS'd for side. That's I believe that is the first time we have seen that in this tournament, unless there has been some on the setups in the other room. Since we only have one setup in this room, that is the stream setup. Yeah, I'm kind of happy to see that. I'm happy to finally see that come out.
Yeah.
But it looks like I think Blumb may have wanted P2 side. I think they might have both wanted P2 side actually. Which is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Not something you usually see from a Tekken player, desiring P2 side.
Very true. Normally in Tekken, like if you play online, you get to pick which side you're on, no matter like who you're fighting. So like you can get really used to one side, and then the other side kind of becomes a little bit under practice. So
Unless I mean, it's possible that BB just wanted P1 side and they were just playing for P1 side.
Yeah.
But I mean, Blumb was perfectly fine with P2 side when we played.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of making that assumption there.
Yeah, I know that I dropped one or two things when I was on P2 side myself. We gotta keep that practice up for sure. All right, looks like we're getting into it. BB versus Blumb.
Sure, name switch.
Round 1. Fight.
All right. A lot of Lily today.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we only have like 2 or 3. I've seen several Lily players.
Surprising to see so many here though at Furry Fiesta, that's for sure.
Yes. Definitely seeing a little bit better movement coming out from Blumb in this match compared to when we saw him earlier. I know that was one thing that made me, I think, underestimate a little bit, was the start of our match.
Yeah.
He wasn't really moving around too much, and that sort of, I think that gave me a little bit too much confidence, and that's sort of what happened in my match.
Just picked up about mid-match on Oh, those evasive moves from Lily.
But BB's still able to get these pickups, but I think he probably could have gotten just a tad bit more damage on that one for sure.
Really wanted the kill there, but couldn't reach with that low.
But I mean, that's a good safe rage drive.
Yeah.
But a really quick, while running 3, sealing it. But Blumb definitely not out, especially this is the start of the round. Still landing a hop kick. And another launcher. These Lilies love their launchers.
Couldn't finish the plate, but it looks like they still managed to find that hit. Ooh, look at that evasive step Lily's got at the start.
Yeah. Oh. Putting that sidestep to good use.
It's kind of hard to stay like in your comfort zone as Juganov when like you want the advantage and you want to run away when Lily can kind of chase you with those buttons, you know?
For sure. I think those same sort of things. I played BB earlier. I think like we were pretty close. I think that the things that Blumb is doing that are giving BB trouble are similar things to what were giving me trouble, as we can see in a moment, like right there, getting sidestepped and hit by that Matterhorn. Breaking that throw, though.
Tried to punish that whip sweep.
Oh, the hop kick, though. Lily's sidestep, arguably giving her potentially one of the better hop kicks in the game, just from how good the sidestep
itself is. Yeah, absolutely.
Really good quick evasion just directly into a launcher, because it is a fast hop kick as well.
And any launcher in this game does,
oh, that could... No, just opts for the rage drive.
Look how close this is.
Oh, no!
Oh. Could have been anyone's game there.
Yeah, no. Definitely needed to just hold back a little bit. Right there at the very end.
Going back to stage select just to get a moment to breathe. Think for a little bit here.
Oh, here we go. Okay, this is what BB wants. BB wants to be going to infinite stages. Telling me earlier today, really preferring these infinite stages.
You won't have to deal with any of that wall pressure that these characters can dish out.
A character like Lily, a character like Chloe, they're wanting to keep you really pressured at the wall. They want to get that wall splat because they can get really, really good damage. They can keep you really pressured at the wall, especially with their strong lows. Just high-low mix-ups constantly at the wall. You just want to get rid of that.
Yes. I want to get out of there as soon as possible, but in Infinite Azure, you've got all the space in the world.
Wow, goes for a tackle into a leg lock. Okay. First time we've seen that today. First time I've seen that in a long time in general, honestly. Oh my, the jump over the D2. Can't believe that happened. It looked like a little bit of an accident to me.
Yeah, jump is something you don't see in Tekken very often.
Yeah, unless you're Akuma or Elisa. Yeah, just close that out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just getting these pickups. Just get whatever you can. And
whatever you
Ooh,
can,
not-
being at least like 45% health there.
You know, Lily has good damage. I think Lily has really not bad damage. Not getting the follow-up.
Oh, Junior.
Yeah, these 1+2 breaks.
Yeah.
Oh, these lows! These low strings.
Round 3. Fight.
Wow! Round start hop kick. Really
Round
set
start.
the farm on.
Not just round start hop
Yeah.
kick. Round start neutral
Neutral.
hop kick.
Yes.
Like I like starting matches with a round start backwards hop kick because
Yeah.
like at the very least you're gonna get just a small trade. But the perfect for Blumb on the neutral hop kick start round. I feel the random need to note we are still in best of 3. This is still winner semis.
Yeah.
But this is to get into winners finals at the moment.
Blumb looking to close this out.
You know, oh, misses the follow-up. That could have
Yeah.
been it.
Running 2 on counter hit. You can get some
But
damage
leg
off of
lock.
that, huh?
Yeah, no, I knew they were going to try to go for a quick blow. All right, round 5.
Fight.
Is this going to be Blumb's match point, or is BB going to bring this all back? I think we're going to see a game 3 here.
Yeah, BB's looking pretty strong.
Yeah, no 1+2 break that time. This is super what BB wants. Not getting hit by the follow-up trap. Instead, full combo for Blumb, getting whatever little pickup damage he can get.
Oh, Blumb.
Oh, 2 throw.
Oh, in trouble now that BB's back in his comfort zone.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Down forward 1. Sometimes that's really all you need to close it out. Game 3. I think we're probably going to see a stage switch.
I'm gonna head back to a stage of walls.
Okay.
Looks
Stage
like it.
select. I'm wondering. I wonder if they were thinking about going to character select for a second there.
Yeah.
But okay, Brim's Random Fire going to circular wall stage. Do you have a favorite stage?
A favorite stage? I've loved how Namco, how they do any stage that has like a bright sun and like a beach or something like that. I love that sort of like, I don't know. And like,
So Lydia
it's less
stage.
about, it's less about the walls and everything and more about the ambience for me. I love that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But like, if we're talking favorite stage, like for me
Gameplay-wise.
as gameplay-wise,
Yeah.
as Cosme, I want to get people to the wall and I want to get them to stick there. So like, any place that has a nice small area.
So
where I
somewhere like here.
can- yeah, somewhere like here, or somewhere like the temple. Or, yeah.
Temple good. Ooh, no.
Counter hit.
Yeah, that's a wall combo. Not really able to keep up that high-low pressure there at the wall like I was talking about earlier, but doesn't get hit by that tackle into leg lock. That's a round 1 for Blumb.
Round 2.
BB.
Insult to injury there.
BB once again behind in this set after evening it back up.
Oh, looking for those back turn shenanigans, but BB says no.
Yeah, no.
Look at
Yeah.
this. Yeah, in and out again.
Yeah, here you go. Get these pokes. This is what you want. That's what Blumb is going to want.
BB's going for burgers, in and out.
Oh,
my goodness!
the low crush hop kick. Almost gets a sidewall. Instead, opts for the rage drive, return to neutral. Tries to get a backswing blow, but all you need is that down forward 1. All you need is that down forward 1.
Fight.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
needs an
2
advantage.
break, or 2 throw. Down 2.
Seems to love that, just locking him down with that. It's
Goes for the F1+2 elbow. Back 1-2.
He's running 2s.
Oh, that launcher was crazy. I cannot believe that actually caught the sidestep.
Yeah, and managed to track.
Yeah, that move has some tracking, that's for sure. He's wall running 2s. Gets the pickup wall combo. Yeah, no, keep this pressure. This is exactly what you need to close this
I'm an
out.
army man. This
Wall
is my
running 2.
profession. Yeah.
Misses wall running 2, takes a good chunk of damage for it. That is unfortunate. No,
Ooh,
that's a wall
solid
bounce.
wall
That's going to be a
bounce.
wall combo.
Yes.
One good mix-up will do it here.
Oh, but he catches the
Mixes the ridge.
Oh.
Final round. Game 3.
All comes down to this for both players here.
Match point.
wants
Who's
to
going to
stay
make
in
it?
winners?
Yeah, who's going to make it to winners finals here?
Matterhorn!
Matterhorn! Full combo. This is going to get. Oh,
no, what a
wait,
drop.
that still hit though.
What?
I can't believe that still hit. Might have been better than that's about the same as a
Yeah,
wall combo
better
actually.
than would have actually, yeah.
But
I mean, look
Blumb,
at the damage on that.
Blumb, big lead here.
Counter
Oh,
hit. Can you get the finish
that's
here against
it.
the wall? Yeah.
That's it.
Good game.
GG's.
Yes.
Blumb going to winners finals. Guess I don't feel it's bad about losing earlier.
Yeah. That always seems to be the thing. Yeah, you like lose to someone in winners. It's like
Yeah.
you better win. Yeah.
And there is nothing to feel bad about when it comes to our Matcherino. Our beautiful Matcherino here that I'm sure we have heard me talk about plenty of times. We're going to talk about it some more. You can see here that we've had some recent donations since the last time that I've talked about it, and some new viewers. So you might not know if you click this beautiful link that's about to pop up here in the chat. Take you to the Matcherino that you can see over here. Click this contribution button. Do some of these contribution codes. They are completely free at no cost to you, and they will add to the pot for our players who are well deserving of it. In fact, one popped up just now. Thank you very much, Vicky Viper.
Thank you so much.
So nice and easy. Helps out our players. You know, helps out the tournament in general, and you know, just everyone has a good time. You have some sweatshirts and some shirts down here that you can purchase that will be sent directly to you, and will also contribute to the pot. So you know, plenty of really good stuff here on the Matcherino. Speaking of good stuff, if you would like, you can also join our Discord, as this tournament is being run at Texas Furry Fiesta by the Catbox Arena, a furry fighting game Discord specifically for fighting game players in the Furry community, run by Kalis and myself. Please feel free to click those links, give that a join. We would be happy to have you. We run tournaments all the time online, not just at events like this. So
yeah, come on in and show us what you got. Would love to see you.
absolutely. Just like I would love to see Kitaeo go up against Omegey. Omegey? Omegey?
Yeah.
Omegey. Omegey. All right. Omegey versus Kitaeo.
All right, Omegey versus Kitaeo. Let's see. Oh, we've got a bear up on screen.
No, bear.
Yes.
Oh. Knowledge checks for days are about to happen.
Better know what you're doing when you're going up against the circus. Here we go.
Round 1. Fight.
Are we going to need a name switch?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a hit. Starting off with Omegey. Ooh, the damage on this bear. It went for the side, but no. What a block from Kitaeo.
Oh,
no, you
huge
cannot do
punish.
that. Yes.
Into the mix-up stance.
Oh no, it's dangerous.
Oh, the next hit does it. Oh!
Round 2.
The bear up on his hind legs with that nice swift kick to the feet.
Oh, stays on the ground to avoid the punish.
Look at these little rolls. Oh wow, what a pickup.
Oh, huge pickup.
Oh,
Finishes.
going into stance. Oh, he's just attacking from the floor. He's just rolling around.
Oh, both of them pulling stances out for days, trying to get the other one lacking.
I like that from Lucky Chloe, using that double low to pick the bear up off the ground. Ooh. Oh, what's the mix here?
Oh, goes mid.
That is so difficult when you're up against the Lucky Chloe doing toe taps.
Lucky
Chloe.
Chloe
I mean,
Lucky
this
Chloe with the
character-
lowies.
Yeah. Chloe with the lowies.
Goes for the bite, gets nothing but air. Huge power crush.
Ouch. Oh.
These are some goddamn shenanigans. Yes, they are.
Both characters. Rolling away.
Oh, Meggy's had enough of that.
Round 4. Fight.
All right, round 4 of our big dance-off between Kuma and Lucky Chloe.
When you think about it, one of these bear's arms reaches down from like Chloe's head to her knees. This bear has some length to reach.
I'm saying, you don't want to get hit by a bear.
Yeah. You don't ever want to get mauled by a bear. Yeah, up against the wall.
Kitaeo's mix-up's getting even more undecipherable than before.
Yes, and unfortunately when you're playing bear, you do not have a lot of mobility. Sidestepping is something that's very difficult for the bears. With such a big body, they can't really escape. So when you're underneath this Lucky Chloe up close pressure, it can be hard to deal with.
Yes,
oh,
absolutely.
but the mix-up here from the bears sliding in for the finish.
A rather huge bear. Hey, Mom, look at this.
Yeah.
I'm stepping on Lucky Chloe. We're about to take a selfie here. Going right back to it, same stage and everything.
Give him the wiggle.
Fight.
Okay, slow back up. A lot of respect here. Oh, actually. Oh, no. None of those shenanigans. Heading in, Lucky Chloe. Taking him to the wall.
Definitely.
What a block! Nice punish from Lucky Chloe.
Definitely looking like both players respect each other much more than the first round.
Actually, I see them going in. I see Lucky Chloe like just not letting the bear get away with what he was doing before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like.
Power crush.
They knew as soon as the bear got in the stance, this was my moment.
All right, good interruption.
With those pokes, but unfortunately. Oh no! The drop. It's a shame.
All right. Catching him
We
by
gonna see
finishing out the
another one?
string.
Oh, that's tricky.
Omegey able to, oh, never mind. I didn't get to say it.
Oh no!
Oh, the spinneroonie.
Wow, that was excellent.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh dear, is that a launch? Oh no! They missed the opportunity.
Still very competitive. These rounds coming down to the wire.
Yes. All this tricky movement coming from Kuma can be tough to deal with, though both of these characters do have the same sort of strategy where they both have just some interesting moves that a lot of characters just don't see. Oh wow, did you see that side switch at the wall?
I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh
No!
my goodness.
Round 4.
Bear flop.
Stealing that one by the skin of his bare teeth.
You don't want this bear stealing anything out from your trash can.
Oh, absolutely not.
This bear is a force to be reckoned with.
Huge launcher picks it up afterwards.
From the roll, that was very cool.
Wow, that looked hard to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and that's a clean 2-0 from Omegey. Moving on into losers quarterfinals. Big shout outs to Kitaeo for doing double duty.
Yeah.
We will see her back on commentary for the rest of this tournament.
All right, and in loser side, top 8, we got Flushing Decomposition versus Holysquidz.
Welcome back.
Bear is a character.
Yeah, for sure. Bear is a confusing character. That looked very, very tricky to deal with. I'm not sure I would have been able to handle those low slides.
I've put a little bit of time into Bear. That character is.
Oh yeah.
That character is something.
Yeah, it looked very tough to deal with. That's for sure.
So we've got a bear and a Lei Wulong in top 8. This is shenanigans galore.
Yes.
At Texas Furry Fest. Well,
But I love it. I love seeing this variety of characters here.
oh, it was great. If there's anything to be said about furries, they know how to have fun.
You know, character variety is great. That's one thing that I always really, really like about Tekken. I mean, obviously you got like, obviously Ranchu won Tekken World Tour with Panda. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Very unexpected, but like it's a scary pick. All right, what do we got next?
all right. Blushing Decomposition versus Holysquidz.
All right.
Trying to remember. Holysquidz was Paul. I believe he was the Paul versus the Negan. Blushing Decomposition, obviously Lydia. We've seen a few times.
Burst.
A character. There's just not a lot to be said. That is a character that he just kind of memes on you.
Yeah, a lot of knowledge checks, that's for sure, and a lot of things that are very tricky to deal with, especially because like blocking low in this game can be pretty dangerous, especially.
Especially with like that roll mix-up is like literally unseeable.
Yeah, it's very quick.
It's like you're either just getting launched 50 feet in the air or you're just getting hit with an annoying low. There was that one moment where it was like I had a wall combo and then it just
and you kind of like
dropped,
swapped. Was that
and
where
I
you
just
both swapped there?
side switched, and I was sitting there like, I'm sure this is just bare body shenanigans because that's a thing, but like, what? That just completely. I mean, I'm sure you can see I was just getting hit by that lying down attack because I was just sitting there like, what is happening?
It's like a Bear Lucky Chloe specific sort of situation there.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
It was at the end of my regular string.
Yeah, you were just trying to end it at the wall there.
Yeah. It was like the first hit connected, and it, you know, it's like the up kick. So it's like the
you
first
both
hit,
just kinda
it just yeah. OOs and oohs in chat. Actually, no OOs in chat. Just oohs.
Just oohs. Well, we need
asking
to
for
even that out.
OOs. No. Ooh. All right. Yep. I was correct.
Paul is back and he's ready to punch, and Lydia is all set to show us what she can do. Going to Final Fantasy Land.
Get ready for the next battle.
And you remember the reveal trailers for these characters, for like Negan and for Noctis?
I mean, the Negan. Negan didn't really get a trailer. He just got like a silhouette and a voice.
Yeah.
I mean, he was whatever. Noctis, I knew like frame one because I'm a big Final Fantasy 15 fan. So it's like, I could look at that store and I was like, this is Hammerhead. And then it was like, I think this is Hammerhead, and then the ringtone started. That literally used to be my ringtone. So it's like the ringtone starts.
All right, Paul slapping his face, getting in the game. Here we go.
Yep. Okay. Both of these players have had pretty strong losers bracket showings thus far. It was inevitable that they would meet here.
A clash of two fates. Ooh, Paul with
getting
a very strong
quick
start.
First round.
Yes.
Two Holysquidz.
Honestly, either one of these two could take it. They took it all the way to the grand finals. Yeah.
I mean, we were what? Losers quarters, I believe? Yep. We're confirmation. Yes, this is losers quarters. Oh, not even quarters. Round 3. We are not even in quarter yet. I would think we would be there. However, comma.
Yeah, it seems like we get a lot more to go. This is gonna be fun.
What? Would it not be top? Would it? I guess it would be top 8. Whatever.
Whoa, that was an interesting looking launcher. Whatever Paul was doing just did not seem to work.
You know, Lydia, very interesting moves coming up from the character. Like, it's really weird seeing all the things that she has that I don't know about and I don't expect.
Whoa.
Straight under.
The footwork from each of these characters.
Yep, but that's a round 3 for Holysquidz. Game 1.
Dusting off his hands. Let's see if Blushing Decomposition can take this back.
Yes.
Hey! Ooh, starting off.
Yeah,
wants to be
good,
in control.
good little poke game starting out
Yeah.
here. Of course, the way it should be, the way Tekken should be played.
Oh, low.
Thinking about like poke-oriented gameplay and stuff that really in Tekken really makes me want to try a lot of the older games a lot of times, considering
yeah?
how much like how not as combo-oriented and how much more
It's like-
movement and juggle-oriented those were.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was I've always found it really really interesting to go back and watch footage, but this rage
This
art
rage art.
is not hitting.
Yeah, games like Tekken 3, Tekken Tag, they didn't have like all the crazy
Nah,
juggles
there
that this
wasn't
game
there
has.
wasn't corkscrews or bounds until Tekken 6.
Yes.
Which introduced bounds. Everything before that was just juggles, which was, I think it just maybe not made for more interesting combos, but definitely more free flow in combos. Yeah, just poke, 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 poke on both sides.
Look at hopping out of the way. Quick movement there.
Yep.
Round 3.
Looks like Lydia's going for a reverse 3-0.
It's very possible. Blush and decomposition. No slouch to have made it this far in the tournament, having lost in round 1, I believe.
Ooh, that was a good answer to that wake up sweep. Tacking on some damage.
Yeah, just hoping to get whatever little pickup off the ground she
Yeah.
can.
Any folks contributing to the pressure.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
string that ends with a death fist. Okay, let's see. Holysquidz
Round 4.
may reverse 3-0 this game. Never know. Paul, explosive character.
Yes.
Very possible for anything to happen.
Ooh.
Good DF2. Full punish.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Death fist to
good
get
spring
him.
punish. Spring kick, punish, throw. We might see this.
Yes, we might see Paul come back. Lydia was going for that reverse 3-0. Now Paul's going for
Yeah, reverse,
just
reverse 3-0.
reverse 3-0. Well, 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
whatever. Yeah. You knew what I meant. I knew what you meant.
yeah. Never give up.
Never surrender. Never
Yes.
give up. Demo man.
Demo
Oh,
man has demo
man.
plans. What's the mix? Oh,
Oh, okay.
No,
Good
Lydia's-
little string by Lydia.
yeah.
Okay.
Not
Getting whatever he
scared.
can. But Paul, just about anything for Paul. Oh, no. Back 1-2 followed by another back 1. Safe move. Closing that out.
Knuckles out.
2-0.
Well done,
Holysquidz.
Holysquidz.
Good stuff to Blush and Decomposition
Mm-hmm.
for making it this far.
What a great showing.
Our sole Lydia player in bracket.
We've got FurriesRiseDown versus Blumb coming up next in the winners finals match. And honestly, everyone is a winner if you check out the Matcherino. The Matcherino, everything goes to the prize pot of these players here. The big old 36.50 over there. Thank you very much, everyone that you can see contributing here. You can also, if you so please, decide to purchase something from our nice Matcherino store, the proceeds of which is spelled out for you right beneath the buy button. You see exactly how much goes right into the pot and to our lovely players, honestly. And speaking of our lovely players, I'm going to kick this right to our lovely commentary desk.
FurriesRiseDown walking into the room, confused as to whether or not he should play. I point at him, point to the setup, and he goes,
That's right. It's now or never.
ran away, I assume is running back. There he is.
There we go. All right.
Ooh.
Let's get our Lei Wulong up here.
Holding, 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 holding.
Okay.
talk about the Matcherino. We're talking about the Matcherino. Matcherino, please claim your codes. Add everything we can to this Matcherino. It is very easy. It is only a few clicks. Usually I just log in with Discord. It's literally like a 3-click thing. Just adds to our pot.
Yeah. The link is right there in the description. Go ahead and give that a click, and we can help support our players here and the tournaments. And it is always worth it to help out our players. And yeah, definitely come support our Matcherino. And thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a fantastic tournament so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of this Lei Wulong. I was definitely I faced a rather hard time up against him, so I want to see what else he can do. And also Blumb has had a very strong showing here in this tournament so far, so this is going to be fantastic to see who's going to go into grand finals. Okay.
Thank you very much, Sai, for the Matcherino plug. It looks like the issues are becoming cleared up. We are moving on with our match.
Okay.
Moving forward between Blumb and FurriesRiseDown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some technically it is technical, technical difficulties.
Yep.
That's what we're going to call them. Just means we are going to maybe have a little bit different losers matches than expected.
Oh yeah. Okay. We good to go. All
yep,
right.
we're good.
Just a quick button check here. We're gonna jump right back into the action.
All right, Lei, Lily. I think these two are next to each other in terms of alphabetical order of Tekken characters. I know because I also played the L character. You know, I'm going through simple select. Okay. Lei, Leo, Lily, Lucky Chloe.
I like that.
Get ready for the next battle.
Why do I know that?
No.
I go through simple select too much, I guess,
me,
whenever
like,
I play friendlies.
Simple select is a blessing for me. I played this game online a lot, like back before like rollback was getting more popular with like other games, you know. Like so, when I saw simple select for like the first time, when I went and participated in this game at Evo, and just my eyes.
Yeah, no, I don't remember
being.
I don't remember like any games that it was in before that.
Yeah.
And seeing it get added to this was just like,
just go
wow,
right
why doesn't
into
every game have this? And then a ton of games started adding it. So like, yeah.
Yeah. It's such a nice feature to have.
Round 1.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, first game, winners, finals.
Yeah, let's switch it on over to the gameplay. Here we go.
All right, FurriesRiseDown immediately backing up, waiting for Lily to come to him. Ha-ha step, get away, be tricky, get what you can.
These pokes.
Already almost half that life bar gone from.
Wow, the
What?
tracking on that.
That might have been one of the most insane hitboxes I've seen.
Up against Lily's sidestep, no less.
This is what I want to see.
Yes.
This is the Lei that I want to see in this bracket. This is the most fun type of character, type of gameplay we could see to be here in winners finals. Not somewhere in the lower bracket, but with somebody who knows how to use that actually really well.
Although Blumb is like no stranger to challenging this sort of pressure, this sort of like wacky mix-up that Lei has with all these different stances, just
So
bravely hop-kicking right out of it.
Would seem.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's just chilling.
launcher.
Just hanging out on the ground there.
It may not look like a launcher, it may not look like a full combo launch, but it is. Oh, so
Wall combo?
many
No?
tricky little launchers.
Lei's hanging back, looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, no, just perfect spacing here.
That's
I
something
mean,
that.
Lei being the character he is, you definitely want to get what you can.
Yes.
Aside from your trickiness, in between your trickiness, you want to have that good spacing so that you can get your pokes to convert into the trickiness. Really, really happy to see it. Block that.
Just in Tekken in general, it's good to know like how to really deal with your opponent laying on the ground, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely experienced that in that Kuma matchup, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we're drinking, we're trying to make this a perfect.
Does he recover health for doing that?
Yes,
No?
yes he
He
does.
does. All
His
right.
drinking stance is not just a
Not just for
high
show.
crush. It is not just a funny little move where he just drinks his potion or his sake. But yes, he does get health back, little bit by little bit, but it's not a whole lot. But I mean, if you're literally dodging moves while doing it, then I mean, the switch to Chloe.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. First time we're seeing this from Blumb.
Yes.
Oh, another character switch to Huarong.
Oh my god.
Are winners allowed to? I don't
they
believe
allowed-
winners
are they
are allowed to
switch?
Winners are not allowed to switch.
Okay.
Huh?
Get ready for the next battle.
You know, it's loser's decision whether or not to go back to character select or stage select, and it is only their decision of what to do from there. So we're going to be seeing this lay. That was an interesting thing to see. FurriesRiseDown immediately going for the counter
Lucky
pick.
Chloe, yeah. Is Lucky Chloe considered a counter pick against Lei?
I have no clue.
No?
I think what Blumb might be going for here is Chloe has a really good moves like her down forward one that can just pick up like anything almost off the
Yeah.
ground, or her down forward 3-3, where if Lei is laying on the ground like I was doing with Kuma, you can get a full corkscrew
Oh,
off him
wow.
laying on the ground.
Yeah, not wanting them to get away with any of those.
Like right there,
stances.
yeah, like right there when he's laying on the
There.
ground like that, if you do down forward 3-3, that's a launch. That's a full corkscrew. But yeah.
You see that
Yeah,
catch him
not
in
going
whatever
for the
position
full
he's in.
ball combo.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
what a punish!
Yeah. Just out of range. That was just
Yeah.
some good move to pick him up out of from just out of range.
Even the slightest of backdashes can make a big difference.
Going for the big buttons with Chloe here, Blumb. That move that she just did, that move launches you 50 feet in the air, but it is like it's like minus 20.
Oh,
Big risky button, but a perfect FurriesRiseDown in this round two, maybe seeing through what Blumb has wanted to do here a little bit already.
wow!
Wow.
Defending
Yeah.
his back with that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, the crane.
Crane stance. Definitely need to be conscious of Chloe's high, low, mix up, more crane stance. Back one, punishable. I accidentally pressed the button, which, oh, the
no.
punch parry. Not get Cali roll.
Going in?
Yeah.
Oh no, is that punishable there?
Oh no, that's
Roll.
death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be like that. Really be like that sometimes. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. Oh, not converting into anything full. But this counter hit damage, wall combo, immediate mix up, wall combo,
Not getting Lucky Chloe any room to breathe,
hop
and the
kick,
hop kick
punish.
does not work out.
Yeah, going for that risky hop kick. I mean, she's got two hop kicks. One is definitely nowhere near as risky as the other one, but it doesn't have the same range.
This approach.
Yeah, no. Not really needing to be just sitting there in back turn. I mean, even rolling forward, that's really, really risky. Just do some raw rolls. Look at how much damage FurriesRiseDown was able to get off that.
Wow, ducking
Yeah,
that
going
hit.
for the two-hit back turn.
Oh, wonderful punish.
This is,
there.
oh,
Wow,
able to
using
get the
the wall.
conversion off the side wall. That's not something you'd see super often. That side, ooh,
Sidewall more often than not messing up combos than converting into them.
yeah,
That was-
perfect positioning on Blumb's part to get that full screw. No, best of 5. This is winner finals.
All right, Furries rise
Oh.
down
Were you rematching?
up 2. They're gonna go right back in.
Are you
Are you ready, chat? We are going to go into it. FurriesRiseDown, looking to close it out.
Oh, punch parry, but no full punish off that punch parry. Seeing two parries from FurriesRiseDown over the course of these past 2 games. Love seeing actual parries being put to good use. But, oh, the damage on the power crush, insane. Not the greatest double there, just able to finish that off. A little bit of sake at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get out of there.
Just making
move
it
like
so
that.
hard for Lucky Foe to approach.
Yeah, a move like that was, yeah, no. Yeah, don't get hit by that.
Yeah, moving in with back to him, that's dangerous.
Careful, careful, careful. Quite a few risky moves being made by Blumb here in this Lucky Chloe switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get that full combo. Wall, oh, that would have been, that could have potentially been it.
Yeah, that could have been
wall
lethal.
combo. Got that, gotta block that.
Whoa,
The
rage
rage
drive.
Yeah. Funny button.
Wow.
Yeah, see? But,
no.
drops it. Honestly, whenever I hit that, I tend to freak out a little bit. So I can understand not really perfectly getting a follow-up off of that. Because you have to time a hop kick.
Just right. Yeah.
That's part of that follow-up. Yeah, no, just able to just drop them out of all these little things they're trying to do.
Round 4. Fight.
All right, match point, FurriesRiseDown. Or can Blumb come back and take a game, at least? Yeah, wow, that puts you so far away. FurriesRiseDown not spacing that follow-up, or that attempt at an approach.
Not letting Lei rise up there, that's good. Oh, one more touch will do it. Blumb's gonna have to be really careful here.
Just doing that snake strike. Or not snake. The key charge! The key charge on the 3-0.
FurriesRiseDown, he's just having a great time. Yeah.
Just waving at us.
You love to see it. You love to see people
good stuff from both
having
players.
a good time. Yeah.
We have a Lei Wulong in grand finals. We are going to have to, assuming that didn't come through the mic, we are going to have to replay a few matches due to a misreported set at the start of Losers Top 8. Blush and Decomposition was not supposed to play Holysquidz.
This is definitely the kind of thing that happens when you are running a tournament live, especially for the first time after 3 years of COVID happening. It has been a really long time, you know, and sometimes mistakes happen. Thankfully, everyone involved has been really understanding about it, so we're going to go ahead and move forward with Zushido Foxy against Holysquidz. Everyone that has been involved has been talked to about it. Everyone's cool with it, so we're just going to go ahead and move forward with that match in Losers Round 3.
So technically, this is the only match that is being redone. So
this is the only
yeah, thankfully we only have to redo the one. We don't have to replay like 3 matches or anything like that.
Exactly.
Just the one. And then we're going to be seeing Paul versus... Is this Paul v. Paul?
I do not quite remember who it was.
Because we've seen both of these players.
Yes, we have.
I want to say this is Paul v. Paul.
Big
Lily,
shout
No,
that's right, we
yeah,
got the
Lily.
back.
Big shout outs to all the players for being excellent sports about this entire thing. Thankfully, everyone's been really understanding. So hopefully we have a great match coming up.
No salt whatsoever. None. Looks left, looks right.
You know, whenever I see Paul, I always get reminded of the Slim Jim mascot. You know, the guy with like the hair. You know,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cool.
getting to see a little bit more Holysquidz Paul.
All right. And I've really liked what I've seen out of his Paul today. Yeah. There's been some very solid stuff. I love him using his buttons in the like range. I love seeing him capitalizing on his whiff punishes. And Zushido has had a pretty great showing today as well. Movement has been fantastic. Evasive moves. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, my one thing I would say about watching Holysquidz so far, sometimes you need to be just a tiny bit more committal. There were times when like he was going for his back 1-2, which is a safe string, and he would land the back 1 and then not go for the 2, when it's like that would have shut out the game. It's like, it is a safe string.
Ooh, we have a Rage Art coming out. That's swiftly dodged. And oh no!
Yep,
No connect from the hop kick, but luckily he managed to take that one.
No, no easy lows here.
Swinging there.
But getting the head stomp into nothing. Yeah, no, not really able to convert off of that one. But still, just these pokes, down 1. Yeah, just power crush. Just take him straight out of that. Just say no. No, you're not going to do these back turn things on me.
Oh, he's going for more.
Yeah, just easy Tetsuzanko.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, see, like right there. I mean, I guess that was a little bit of a mix-up into the grab, but at the same time, like that back 1-2, assumingly, still is safe. And I believe it's a high, but I do believe it's also a jailing string. So, yeah, getting that one, no reason to not go for the 2.
So using advantage,
yeah,
that
there
was
you
still
go.
quite smart.
Yep. Game 1 Holysquidz.
All right.
You win.
Holysquidz dusting the rain off his hands. We go into our next match.
Get ready for the next battle.
So we are back to best of 3 until losers finals. I believe we still have quite a few matches to go before then. All right, I believe that was a 3-0 for Holysquidz in game 1.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yep.
So another situation of will we see adjustments or will we see another 3-0?
All right. Only one way to find out.
Round 1. Fight.
Ooh,
Nope.
nice
Quick throw break. Yep. Just interrupt that backflip.
Ooh,
Counter hit launcher, not getting anything off of it though. See, yeah, there's that jailing string I'm talking about. Yep, pick up, launch.
Back to the wall.
Oh, just missing the death fist. Anything will take it here. 1, gonna do it. Went for the 10 string. Can't really blame him. 10 strings do be a little bit tricky from time to time unless you know all of them for some odd reason.
All of them for however many characters are in this game.
But the only one you ever really need to worry about is like kings. But yeah, I would not blame anybody for getting hit by any 10 string that isn't just kings.
Yeah.
Or even kings in general. That one's still tricky. Yep, DanTheMan.
Really having trouble finding a way to approach here.
Cheetah Foxy throwing their head back. Maybe a little bit frustrated from the way this match is going. But
double kick.
pop kick.
Yeah.
Death fist. Wall?
I'll try to interrupt.
Nope, nothing.
Gotta trade.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Ow. Sorry if this is coming through on Steam. Attempts to death fist punish with a rage art. But, oh, no, the drop. But the back one seals it. Yep.
So that would be it, right?
Yes.
2-0?
This is best of 3. Yes.
Best of 3. Up until losers finals.
Yes.
Yeah. 8 games.
2-0 for Holysquidz.
Yeah.
So next we should be seeing What does that say? Holysquidz versus. Is that Holysquidz versus BB?
And then yeah.
And then.
And then me.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Versus.
All right.
Omegey. Good luck. Oh my god. Once again, very sorry if these disconnect noises are coming through on stream. Yeah. Cool. Apparently we are trying to charge phones. Everybody's phones are dead, except for mine.
Okay. Looks like we are getting back in there with BlazingSai versus Omegey.
So we should be seeing Kazumi versus Kuma.
Versus Bears.
Versus Bears.
The
I think
Bears.
what's going to be really important here, based on my match with Omegey, is probably going to be Sai using down forward 1-2 on Bear while lying down, because that is going to connect on lying down Bear. Might also be able to pick up into a full combo. Not 100% sure. I mean, everything with Bear is a little bit specific.
Oh, absolutely. Bear's out here to do circus tricks on you and dance a few times, steal some Lucky Chloe moves perhaps.
Yeah.
Do a spin-a-rooney or two.
Steal some wall positioning.
So
I'm not going to get over that. That was insane.
I couldn't believe that you got that wall switch. I was like, what is this? So I think it'll be very exciting, personally, to
Yeah,
see
I
what
think so.
happens if Sai knows the matchup or not, or if Omegey is going to run some circus tricks all over him and make his way into loser semis.
Could happen. It could happen to you.
It really could. The winner of this goes on to play the winner of BB versus Holysquidz.
Yes.
BB was the
BB is the Dragunov.
The Dragunov player. So it's gonna be Dragunov versus Paul. I believe that's
Yes.
either
Is that a rematch?
it sounds like it, doesn't it?
Did it get played up there?
Let's see. No, that was BB versus Kasper who was playing Paul.
Yes.
So very exciting stuff.
But, Holysquidz, very different Paul from BB.
Oh, absolutely.
Quite different. Let's see. I assume we are going to see
Claudio.
yeah. I was
No,
gonna say-
this is a button check.
Yeah.
Very
but still. You never know.
Lars? No. See, I got excited.
Okay. I was confused. Yeah, sides. Nah, Lars. I love Lars. Lars is like the saddest character in the game.
Oh,
I
he
think.
absolutely is. But he's so cool.
He's so cool. There was a period where I played literally nobody but Lars because I thought he was just so fun.
He's so cool in anime. In fact, he's so anime that they stuck him into a Naruto Ultimate Ninja game. It was pretty amazing.
No, like, there was a while where I was playing him, and I was like, okay, this character just needs a few of these things, and I think he could be a lot better. And then it was like, a patch came out, and it was like, he got a ton of buffs, and I was like, nice, finally, Lars got buffs. And then I look at the actual list, like, it was an exhaustive list, and it was just all wall carry. Like, this is not, he already had stupid wall carry. Okay, but let's see how this game goes.
Oh,
Let's see if,
starting
as
off-
you said, we're going to see some circus tricks, perhaps. Uh-oh, already starting off a little questionable here.
I think it's probably going to be a big point of contention on whether or not Sai can get some damage off the ground like this.
I swear, that's one of the most confusing looking moves. Like that, where Bear is lying on his back or on his front, and he just sticks his arms out in front of him. It's really, I honestly could not tell you whether or not it's a mid or a low. I cannot tell you how many times I got hit by it, how many times I've even played the character. I still don't know whether or not it's a mid or a low.
It's impossible to tell visually, that's for sure.
Very, very visually tricky character, especially like we were talking about earlier with those rolls, where there's that roll mix-up that's almost just impossible to see what's coming next.
It really is. It's one of those things where you really just have to know, or you get taken for a ride.
You can do that quite easily. Oh, but good sidestep and a hop kick. But is this combo going to fully work out? It does, thankfully. No bear hurt box shenanigans here yet.
What a launcher. No pickup.
Yeah,
Sidewall
nothing.
giving both these players a second lease on
Yeah, no,
life.
there you go. 1, 2, 1 plus 2. Just use these Fearless Warrior mix-ups. They might be your best friend here. Yeah, no, like that's a mid.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a mid, but it's a mid. That's
Oh my goodness. Impossible. Thank you, Vicky. Look, we've got the bears. We've got the bear paws going all over Sai's face at the moment.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's see if I can just a little bit better against these bears.
It seemed like when he had the momentum, he was definitely getting the work done. Just to be careful about losing control.
Absolutely, and you don't want to do like that. You want to be really careful about making sure you're continuing to block strings, because his strings are. I mean, if you try to interrupt the string, there's a high chance that you're just getting.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
Getting for
It is a bear, after all.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Oh, missing the fault. Missing the hell sweep too.
But it's okay though. No punish. No punish.
Yeah, nope. 1 plus 2 break.
All right. Big
Yeah.
whip.
The whip
Staying
punish.
safe so far.
Oh no, a little bit of a flub on that jump.
Nice
Not getting
block.
hit by the toe tap. Good block. Yeah. Yeah, just yeah.
That is a mid.
Yeah. It's insane that that's a launcher. You would think that maybe that would just be like a single hit move, but the fact that it's a full launcher, you can get a combo off of, is kind of just insane. Yeah, just go for those wall running sweeps. Oh no. Oh,
good
good
for the low
block.
got blocked.
Good.
Said you were not
Punish.
catching me today. I will die on this hill.
Yeah, no. Oh, no punish on that hop kick.
Now, we are talking up bears an awful lot, so the viewers at home might be wondering, wow, bears must be really overpowered. But bears are, in fact, quite large. They have a very hard time sidestepping. So this
Yeah.
character normally is played at a disadvantage. It's just that they are also just as strong as they are disadvantaged.
Yeah, they are just the type of character that are just very, very tricky to play against. Just because these mix-ups are kind of crazy doesn't necessarily mean that they're like that good if you know what to do against them. If you're really good at seeing what all the mix-ups are, you know all them by heart. And that's this is another character that's just kind of a knowledge check. Like, what do you do when bears on the ground like
Yeah,
this?
exactly.
You have to know that. If you want to if you want to do well against bears, you have to study this character and not just get hit by all of his little things, because he will just hit you with everything he's got.
And that was an excellent series of answers from Sai there, but not
Good
so
block, blocking both hits of that roll. Yeah, but still getting hit by this. Follow-up wall combo, no wall combo.
Oh, the butt.
But I was going to follow that up with something, but game 2, Omegey, I believe we are in best of 3, correct?
We believe this is best of
Yeah.
3.
That's it.
It is best of 3, meaning that is Omegey moving on to loser semifinals to play the winner of BB versus Holysquidz. Big ups to BlazingSai doing double duty in his second game of the day. Must be exhausting, but honestly, he got really far for doing double duty.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Looks like
BB
we.
versus Holysquidz. They are already up on deck.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
know. They know they're next. Not wasting any time.
Welcome back, Sai.
Hey, Piper. Can you give me some water? Thank you very much. I really need
So I learned an important lesson there. That move where the bear goes down and uses both hands and picks you up, that is a mid, not a low.
Okay, so if he's on his stomach, I'm pretty sure if he's on his
Yeah,
stomach, it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
low. If he's on his back,
Back.
it's a high. Or
Really?
it's a mid.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure.
There's some knowledge checks there I need to look into, that is for sure. That
Yeah,
was
no.
that was great though. I loved it.
Yeah, funny man. It's the type of character where it's like hard to be angry at losing. It's just like you get hit by all this mix up and it's like I didn't know it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
just didn't know it.
It just makes me want to play more, really.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
To answer your question on if the winners get a pizza party, the winners can throw themselves a pizza party with that cold hard cash from this Matcherino. We've got $36.50 on this Matcherino so far, which is going entirely to the players that win this game today. Top 3 gets paid out in money, in addition to the entry fees for the tournament. So that's always exciting, and you can help pay for their pizza party if you contribute here in the corner. As you can see, you just click that nice button there, follow some prompts. It is absolutely free at no cost to you and adds to the prize pot for the party at Chuck E. Cheese for whoever decides to win this today. If you scroll down here, you will also see some nice merchandise in our marketplace. Get yourself a Matcherino hoodie or maybe some t-shirts, and you can see the contributions to the prize pot below. If you buy a hoodie, the entire cost of the hoodie goes directly to the prize pot for whichever exciting player takes home the grand prize today. Speaking of taking home, if you could take home the commentary, our wonderful commentary.
Yes. Getting right into this next match, it looks like already.
Welcome back.
BB, Holysquidz, Paul versus Dragunov.
These two are already up there. They're eager to play. I want to see some more out of these guys. It's going to be great.
Round 1.
All right.
I say, I love the flames.
Shun, can we get a name and score change? Okay, cool.
Paul is looking sharp.
Yep, Holysquidz with the very early lead. But it is still the beginning of the game. Nothing really has happened yet. Just these tiny pokes. But BB getting this conversion. Yeah, it's stomp. Ooh, that's punishable. But BB confident in these strings they are throwing out. Another? I think that's like the second or third misinput jump of the day. Oh. Just no. No, you're not going to wake up attack.
Wall running 2. Stay in place.
Wall running 2. Counter hit.
Yes.
No. Oh, another pickup. Not getting the full combo though. Just picking up on all these hop kicks that Holysquidz is trying to do. I mean, that hop kick comes out just a tiny bit late, so it's a perfect kind of move to just try to get pickups on. Really risky to just throw out. Yeah. BB with the cross-up controller with this perfect Korean backdash consistently. Kind of wild to watch, actually. I've never actually watched anybody with a cross-up before.
Cross-up, yeah.
Yeah, being able to just see them use those basically hitbox buttons for movement. It's really, I mean, it's just wild to see like a consistently perfect KBD like that. But also, those buttons are loud.
I like the delayed wake up, not letting BB have that advantage that he wants.
BB definitely wants to go for a lot of like wake up type punishes. Like that was one thing when we played earlier that he was talking about was different wake up punishes. Oh, Frankensteiner doing half remaining health. Oh, just hitting him straight out of the right shot. Another Frankensteiner to close out game 1.
If it works, do another one.
Stage select. Both players are Holysquidz, staying on Paul. Yeah, Clark. Dragunov is Clark. Totally.
Get ready for the next battle.
Just give Dragunov full guard point on every one of his throws, and yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that 1+2 grab is already crazy enough as is.
Does it have like evasion to it? Is it like?
No, it's just good damage, and Drag has
Oh, yeah.
crazy Oki. Like I was talking earlier with like really wanted to catch wake ups. If you immediately roll back after getting hit with a 1+2 grab, you're just immediately gonna get followed up on. He just has like a free little follow up. If you're the type of player that immediately just rolls back on every single grab. Parentheses
Nice
me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an interesting counter hit. I don't think I've ever actually seen that counter hit before. That animation at the very least. Holysquidz with the starting lead. BB 100% bringing it back though. Already getting the life lead with them in a matter of seconds. Down two. It's all you.
Yeah, swift and finite. That movement. Staying out of the way and just sweeping the legs.
This jump, BB with a lot of these misinput jumps. That's like the third or fourth this set.
There's more. Down two, down two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's drag.
Yeah.
Season one, ever since, I mean, for the longest time, you know, he wants it. He wants roll. He wants down two. He wants roll running two.
Yeah. Power crushing out of it.
Going for the launcher, but no punish.
I like this movement.
Death Fist. A little bit risky at this point. Oh, miss rage
no.
drive. BB just consistently hitting the Holysquidz right out of these rage drives. Hate to see it. God, this song is pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember people memeing on this song when it first came out, but I think it's a bop. Ooh, spring kick.
Paul just cannot seem to find the advantage here. Oh wait, no. Oh wow,
BB
rage.
arting.
No.
Definitely a pretty risky option to go for right there. That was a really, really hard call out.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Have we seen that from BB before?
Have we seen what?
Have we seen that from BB before? Rage drive? Like, sorry, rage art?
We have not seen BB
We have
rage
not
art, no.
seen that. No, that's the first time.
And we've definitely seen rage drives, but
Yeah, never the rage art there.
I want to say that there's not been a ton of games where BB's even had like access to it from like this how strong a lot of his wins are.
Yeah.
And whenever he loses, usually it's from a combo from enough health that he won't get rage in the first place. So
Or how strong his leads have been, but
yeah, so let's see. 1+2, is he gonna roll back? No. Rolls to the side, doesn't get the pickup.
ooh, that could be the kill
But
right here.
Holysquidz.
Oh,
Oh no! Misses the corkscrew. That was it. Oh no, the
Wait,
punish!
Oh, while rising floor.
No, BB. So close losing to Magic Pixel. Really be like that.
Oh,
Oh, counter
start.
hit.
Counter hit.
Yeah.
Look at that wall.
Wall pressure. 1+2 grab. Wall splat. Yeah. Is this gonna be the is this the comeback? Yeah.
there it is.
Tatsuzanko. We're going to game 3. Little surprising in that reverse 3-0. Really good. Love to see it. Love to see these longer sets.
Yeah.
Love to see these sets getting longer from better players coming out near the end of this bracket.
Wow. From the longest range.
Ooh, going for that string from just a little bit too risky of a range. Down two, down two.
Is that while running two? Does that track? Is that steppable?
While running two is rather tracking. I believe it's mainly to one side. I am not 100% sure what side, but it's a wild move. There's a reason that move's so good. Blue stuff.
Wow.
Let's see if he can interrupt this. Down
Man,
two.
still can't finish.
Oh,
the Gian
what? The high crush. Really be like that. That animation was so misleading. I think we all thought that that was going to hit kill.
Yeah.
High crush moment.
I swore I saw that fist go through his shirt.
Oh, I want to give a little bit of a clarification for those who maybe don't know what high and low crush means. A high crush is a move that specifically evades highs. A low crush is a move that specifically evades lows. It's not a high move that crushes something else. It is the other way around, rather.
Yeah. Crushing the high. Crushing
Yes.
the low.
Yes. Blue stuff, no wall splat. Match point for BB though, but this is a rather good match for Holysquidz, missing that combo ender Death Fist. I know we wanted it. I know we wanted it. Ooh, pick up.
Ooh, this could be it. Screw.
Nope, DanTheMan,
And
that's it.
finisher,
Yep.
yeah.
Round 4. Fight.
Both players backing off at the start.
Yeah, no, a
Yeah.
little bit too far away. Get all this bit of damage you can get. Every little bit of it's going to add up to close out this game. Yeah, just run away.
As
Dragunov
long,
doing his little bit of a crawl for whatever reason.
as long as you can get them in kill range, that just makes everything.
BB went for a parry. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Rather risky. Oh, the backswing blow missing. Holysquidz can just poke at him, chip at him. That's all he needs to get to this game 3, round 5 situation right here. Anybody's game. Anybody's game here in Losers Quarters.
Oh no, the whip.
Yeah, no,
I
BB
love how BB's
definitely needs to
looking.
sit back. Elbow.
Yeah.
Convert. No screw. Wait, no, that start was a screw. Never mind. No wall. That's what I should be saying. Wall splat.
wall splat,
This
and that-
is not it, but the perfect
Wow.
overhead closing it out. BB. This is best of 3.
Yeah, that's it. That's the three.
Yeah. Winner staying on. BB staying on. I believe to play. Omegey.
Omegey.
Yeah, all right. So we're about to see Dragunov versus Bear. Are we about to see someone with knowledge?
Yeah, someone with knowledge against the bear.
Yeah, could happen.
I believe.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
I mean,
Cool. Dragunov.
how fitting
Versus-
would it be if a bear actually took this tournament? I mean, real.
Real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would definitely be something. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but it would be interesting.
Totally good.
Would be pretty cool. I'm trying to remember who is sitting in Grands at the moment. I cannot read that from here.
Furries rise down.
Furries rise down in Grands, waiting in Grands.
With their fantastic lay. Yeah. Well, going polar bear.
Round 1. Fight.
Yep, I think we've seen a different bear skin every match.
Every match, yeah.
Starting off immediately with that low. Yeah, I was gonna say I think we're getting a name swatch.
All right, it's even I'm going to
Yeah,
keep this
yeah,
bear
yeah.
down.
Here we go.
Let's
BB
see.
going for rather standard game plan, running away, really wanting Omegey to come to him.
Oh, good
Yeah, yeah,
punish
yeah.
on that.
I think we found our scholar, but not gonna block that hop kick. This should, yeah, this is gonna kill.
No way, that's
The wall
amazing.
splat was what killed. I was expecting a rage art.
Round 2. Fight.
I would have rage arted. Still gotta be able to get that follow about the rage drive. It doesn't kill, so. Yep, stomp.
Stay in place. Oh, wow. It was a roll
Yeah.
mix-up, or just nothing at all.
Oh yeah, no, can't land anything off of that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That'll launch.
Yeah, BB 100% just waiting for Omegey to make the move.
Yeah, Omegey's gonna-
There's really no reason for BB to approach with that decent of a life lead against a character that does as much damage as Kuma, which is
Exactly.
not too much. This is rather a character that relies a good bit on these wacky mix-ups and strings, and not so much on standalone damage. Yeah, just getting these combos, knowing what they know to do. Oh. No wall. But the sweep into butt.
Again?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was disgusting.
Fight.
Attempts a backswing, but doesn't. Just no. Oh, no. Careful.
Too much staying in stance.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that time Omegey was waiting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh.
Had a tiny lead, but a lead is a lead.
Yes,
When
once
you have the health lead versus a character like this, or playing as a character like this, you want to do whatever you can to keep it.
exactly.
BB, fearless though, running up with these down twos. This should kill. Game 1 Omegey. Sitting down. Lars, this is my favorite outro in the game. Just
Just on the phone. I do love the patience from Omegey though. Like even though BB is like come to me, Omegey's taking his time and doing so, really using that clock.
And Omegey's saying the same thing. There was that time like a second ago when Omegey was just sitting on the ground and said, "I have a slight life lead. I see that I have this life lead.
Yeah.
You're scared to come to me right now. I'm
And
gonna do with that what I can."
And yet he's dealing with it so well.
Yeah, no. Definitely wild to see a bear getting this far for sure. Ooh, yeah, just too far for that low.
Yeah, but it just amazes me that the punish is there. It may not be, it's not that much damage.
Missing throw break. But still a scary situation. Just about anything from, no, there you go. I mean, Bear could get a tricky mix-up off with that much health left on BB. Yeah, no, doing just
Power
about
crush
as
is
much
okay.
damage. Oh no! Maybe not getting the pickups like BB thinks he should on these. Yeah, no. Ooh, yeah, this should.
Ooh, getting
Yeah.
Omegey. I like these rolls to get out of the way.
Good wait. Good choice of moves. Everything that BB needed was right there and executed flawlessly.
Like Bear's danger zone is like directly in front of him. You can manage to get out of the way.
Yeah, no, this is damage. Boom. That was a reset.
Wow.
I didn't even realize that was a reset. But still getting this pickup. Rage drive. Oh, just barely missing that. Oh.
Round 4.
Reminder, this is still best of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Omegey potentially. Omegey has the potential to come up on match point here in a second. Unless BB can do something about this wild bear. Which is
that
looking.
So difficult, like 50-50 when the bear's
Oh
up
no!
in your face.
Oh no! You never want to see that. You never want to see somebody go out with an accidental, empty neutral jump like that.
To Omegey looking to secure his place in losers finals.
Coming up potentially on match point here. This is
Oh,
really,
block,
really
but
scary
no
for
punish.
BB.
That is so difficult to punish while the bear is still on the ground. You feel good when you block it, but
Oh no! The high crush. Okay. Good. Get away.
got him up against the wall.
Great
It's gonna
start.
be tough.
Oh
What a
no! That's it.
Amazing.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, 2-0.
Wow. Losers finals. Omegey versus Blumb. Wow, this is definitely not the top 3 I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so we should be seeing Lily Bear. Out of curiosity, who sent Omegey into losers?
Who sent Omegey into losers? Omegey was sent into losers first round because he didn't show up on time.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So this is an entirely losers bracket run.
Okay.
Because he got DQ'd out of round 1.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if this was, for some reason I was wondering if this is a rematch, because it had potential. But, no. This is an all losers run.
That just makes it all the more impressive. He just is plowing through.
Getting all the way to losers finals, potentially grand finals.
Yeah.
Extremely impressive. You know, you show up late to your tournament. You're all sweaty from the dance floor, whatever it was that you were doing. Whatever you do with these fur cons, you know, maybe he's in the dealer's alley, spent like $80 or whatever on swag, came up here and is in his way in losers finals.
Whew, that is That's the experience. That's
Roll up.
life.
Roll up with the mystery box. Yeah.
Rolling up with the mystery box, waiting to see if he can roll up with another win as we roll up with the Matcherino, because I gotta say this every other match. So if you haven't contributed yet, now is your regular reminder that you can click this button over here, click a few links, and add some money to this prize pot to maybe recoup some costs for anyone that has spent a little bit too much money over at the dealer's den. Nice and easy over here. If you are interested in any of the merch that we have for running these Matcherinos, the links are down here, and they will be here all weekend long as we have an individual Matcherino for each and every game, because when you come to TFF to join our tournaments, we care about you.
Cool. Oh, awesome.
All right. Going to Arena for game 1. Assumingly, Lily versus Kuma.
Yes.
Assumingly, Blumb is not playing Chloe. That would be correct.
All right.
God, hearing that this is an all losers run now makes me just so much more curious to see what's going to happen here.
Yes. We'll see if Lily's sidestep can get around this bear.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the linearity of Kuma's moves and the lack of great sidestep himself, Lily might just be the character to take it, unless Blumb. I mean, this may be another situation of just matchup knowledge where Blumb may end up just not knowing how to fight bears.
That's true.
And it's looking like that actually has potential to be the case here. No 1+2 break. Lily. Oh no! Need to block that follow-up. Yeah, damage. Wall mix-up damage. Hell sweep. I think that may be my favorite bear move. The fact that they just gave him a hell sweep.
Yeah. Well, I actually think, Vicky is right here.
Oh.
My app is incorrect. I'll have to change that. Yeah, my Twitter is actually BlazingSai. Sorry about that. Yeah, nice catch. Yeah, I know I was. Yeah, that's why I was saying thank you. Yeah.
Oh, that back three, just getting around bear rolling entirely. Just not. I'm not even gonna deal with this. But that was a quick game one for Omegey.
Yeah, quick low seals the deal.
No round brown.
Just sitting down.
Now, this is Losers Finals, so we are in a best of 5 format. A little bit of acknowledgement for the players. Made sure to say that a little extra loud.
Here comes that stance pressure.
Yeah, no, trying to just get out of that with just a little poke, but just not able to do it. Not timed right, not the right move in general. Nah, this is...
Just cannot wake up.
This is a little sad. Just destroyed there at the wall.
Oh, nice challenge.
Yeah, just get what you can.
Yeah.
Just get what you can here.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's what you want right
really
there.
Sidestep.
Really awkward wall positioning there, though.
Yeah, that would have been tough to convert off of.
Yeah. There you go.
Wall
Again
combo?
with the awkward wall positioning where it looks like they're kind of on their side, but they're not. Yeah, that neutral hop kick.
Wow, what a block.
Yeah, no.
Finally,
this
that
is
mid was stopped.
Hell sweep. Full combo. Into the mix-up, blocking the low. That was a really good. That was
clean punish.
Such an important block.
Yes.
Oh, but apparently that move having decent tracking. Yeah, what are you gonna do here? You managed to even these games up. Just get out of there. No, do something low.
Oh, and this did
Oh,
again.
no.
That'll do it.
Oh, back and forth.
Round 4. Fight.
Yeah, stop that up close. It's good. Ooh.
Yeah, no, just magic forward.
Yeah, that could have been converted off of there.
Hell sweep. Oki, once again for the roll, but spring kick just ending it. Blumb maybe taking a page out of
What a
BB's
block,
book.
but can't punish it with the hop kick.
Blumb taking a page out of BB's book with this patience on the life lead. Really need it. Not able to convert. But
so
anything
close.
from Omegey will do it. Just block it. There you go.
What a beautiful response.
Yes. Making sure to block there. Anything would have done it. Yeah, that's... Oh, no full combo conversion. All right, what are we going to see here? Yep.
Lily's up.
No whiff punish. Going for the safety on a lot of these
armor attack.
punishes.
That's great.
No, so, I mean, sometimes all you need to do here is just stomp.
Yeah.
Oh, bear hug.
hug.
Into the ass. Oh.
Oh, man. For the bear, it was just another lazy Tuesday.
C'est un bon endroit pour se battre. Tu ne crois pas?
Round 1.
All right, let's see. I genuinely want to know if Blumb can make some adjustments here, because I feel like he can.
I have seen some great responses, like there. The
Yeah,
block
yeah,
and punish,
yeah.
he knows how to punish Kuma when he's on the ground after blocking that.
I think that's going to be one of the really most important things, is making sure, there you go, doing that stomp, doing different options when Omegey is on the ground like that.
Yes.
Because a lot of times Blumb has been going for things that just can't pick Kuma off the ground. But I think that is
Wait,
not the round.
Not enough.
But that is.
I like the choice of hop kick, but if that was just a little bit later, that could have caught.
You know, very, very important. It seems like one of the most important things absolutely in this matchup is making sure that you know what you can either pick him up with or hit him with while he's lying there on the ground, because you don't want him to just have, you don't want him to have free pressure while he's lying on the ground. That should be the time that you're, you know, taking advantage of their disadvantaged state.
Yes.
But if you can't do that versus this character, then he's just going to sit there in an actually advantage state instead.
To the wall, it looks like Lily's got
Yeah.
this, but
Hell
quickly turns
sweep.
around.
Oh,
Using
gets
the
the
side
wall
wall.
conversion. Oh, oh, this might get screwed up by the wall. Oh, no. Oh, no, another neutral
Ooh,
jump.
I like the option to jump over
Good.
that.
Good option on the back turn.
Yes.
Vicky, to answer your question, I believe I see a bull tail attached to them. Yeah, no, full conversion, full combo, even hitting at the wall. Yeah,
Wow.
just stuffing that
Just
approach.
smacking.
Yeah, no, no, no. Seeing like that down one is just not going to hit. You need to go for something like that stomp. You need to make sure you're in a good position that you don't just get hit for trying to do that stomp. That's just as important. Like right
Look
here,
at this
right
movement
there,
from Blumb, yeah.
that's a bad position because you want to make sure that you're not on the side where his arms are. 1+2. Yep. Okay. Okay. Blumb. Let's see. Let's see. Can you get something here?
Yes,
Can you get a
punish.
game? Yeah, see, I believe that's a low.
And he jumped over it again. That's
Yeah,
a
see,
great
like,
option.
that. See, it seems like a great option at first because you're
Yeah.
escaping that roll,
Yeah.
but then you're back in the position for Omegey to be just hitting you with Kuma's arms. Because,
Yeah.
you, like I said, you want to be in the position where you're at his legs, not his
Yeah.
arms. Because he can hit you with his arms, but not his legs.
And also, Lily was back turned there, right? So that's another, like...
Yeah, that's
risk.
another really just, there's nothing you can really do. Blumb, though, taking game 3. Are we going to see this reverse sweep? Perhaps. It's possible.
Not going down
I
without
think
a
it's
fight.
possible.
Yeah, I think Blumb could totally take this back.
C'est un bon endroit pour se battre. Tu ne crois pas?
Round 1. Fight.
All right. Take what you learned from that last game. See what you can do off of it. Yep, full combo.
Oh, this.
Hell sweep. So dangerous. Yeah. Get what you
Back
can.
turned.
Take what you can. That's the important thing. Okay. Nothing off of that.
No.
Counter hit. This is gonna kill.
Round 2.
All right, let's see how Blumb starts this match off.
Oh
Oh,
no, went to block
Quick
low.
Ooh, what a
Good
block on the hell
block.
sweep.
There we go, blocking the hell sweep. Oh, but not fully converting.
Blender.
Yeah, okay.
He's just running away. Right back in it. The hell sweep again, hit from such a strange angle.
Oh no. But this is a really awkward position at the wall. He's still hitting on the ground. Yeah. Easy little pickup.
Round 3. Fight.
Ooh. That launcher hurts to get hit by. Straight to the wall. Wow, what a
Yeah.
dodge!
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, be your own little mix-up machine. That might be what you need. Yeah. I'm not done yet.
Bear's not the only one who can run his own train when he's got advantage. Lily can get in there.
Oh no. Oh, just missing these potential conversions. Little itty bitty flubs here and there against Kuma. Devastating. Yeah, hop kick,
and
that's
do
the
it.
game. 3-1
Well played,
Omegey.
Omegey.
We have a
Yeah.
bear in grand finals. We have bear lay in grand finals.
I just want to give a big shout outs to Blumb for making it into the green and only dropping any games at all to the people that are in grand finals right now. So big shout outs to them for making it to top 3. Up next, we've got Omegey versus FurriesRiseDown.
Okay then.
And for the last time tonight, I am going to bring up the Matcherino. If you are having a fun time, you know the drill by now, unless you popped in just now. You can hit this contribute button over here to add to the pot 2 grand finals that will go to Blumb, Omegey, and FurriesRiseDown, guaranteed. So those are our 3 that are in the money. We are just fighting to see who is going to come out on top. Don't ask any weird questions about that in the chat. Please donate to the Matcherino. Hit the buttons. Costs you nothing to click our contribution links. There is our merch down here. I've gone over this plenty of times. Thank you very much. Over to the commentators.
Just want to once again stress just how easy it is to just claim those codes in Matcherino. Just log in with Discord.
All
I
it
log in with
takes is a
Discord.
few clicks
Log in,
and
I think,
then-
with Google. Just claim a code.
Yeah.
It's just easy. It just helps us out.
Claim the code, support our players.
Yep. Cool. Omegey kind of taking a second, taking some breaths.
And if there's any breaths to take, now's the time to take them. Right before grand finals.
This is
it.
This is when you want to do it.
Your last opportunity to do so.
You potentially got a little bit of a long road ahead here.
Omegey has had a very long 3 matches in a row to get here. I don't think they have left that seat for a good half hour.
All right. Let's see.
Here we are,
Once and
grand
for all.
finals.
Once and for all, let's see if we have somebody who knows, what they got to do.
Who is
tricky
stronger,
character
man
versus tricky character.
or beast? Yes. Both of these characters, full of stances, full of tricks.
Thank you for redeeming a code on Matcherino. Whoever that was, it's that easy.
Wow.
All right, starting off. Already a little bit strong with this wall combo. Wall pressure. Yep, get out of here. Oh, drops the combo though.
Ooh, the butt coming into play. Bring him to the wall.
Yeah, I'm actually super interested in this matchup. Called, thank you for the $30 contribution to Matcherino. Bringing that up to 67.25. Yeah, no, this looks like that first match is... Oh, okay, well, yeah, it's going to go to Omegey.
Yeah.
The first round is going to go to Omegey. I can't believe that didn't kill. Pretty wild, actually.
Look at these two just dancing around.
Yeah. This is incredible. This
Wow,
is... Oh!
What a neutral!
This is what I wanted. In grands. Incredible. Yeah, no.
Interrupt.
Brain side, though? Yeah, knows what he needs. Yep. FurriesRiseDown, knowing what they need as well.
Omegey does have a long road ahead of him coming from losers. But it looks like he's already on
You
track.
see that life gain?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a risky option, but
These
breaking the
breaks
throw.
are so good.
Oh, doesn't need much here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Are either of these players going to try to use that to their advantage? No,
What a
they're
block.
not.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Tricky, tricky. Oh.
Ooh. Good grab and a follow.
Fair.
Yeah. How is Lay going to get in there?
I could not tell you. No bear hug.
You never can tell with this character.
Yeah, no.
Well, thank you for the redeemed code. All right.
Yeah, let's get the Matcherino up right at the end in grand finals. That's going to be going to both these players as well as Blumb.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens.
Round 4. Fight.
What I think I'm noticing is that when Kuma's doing that roll, it seems like
Yeah.
the lows come out a lot faster. So if you know the timing of those lows and they don't come out, just block it. Yep, pickups, wall, mix up, going for that wall splat.
Oh, that
Oh,
trade could have been
no.
something there.
Yep, there you go. Round 5, both players just laughing
Yeah.
at the insanity of this matchup.
This is what
Love
we
to
came
see
here
it.
to see. Yeah. Lay staying
Yeah,
on
good
top.
pickup.
Kuma.
Oh no. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that'll do it.
FurriesRiseDown. Game 1.
You're not good enough.
Ooh.
Flat out
Lay.
smack talk.
Mentally damaging your opponent with your character's win quote. That's next level tech.
Round 1. Fight.
Kuma just daring Lay to hit something.
Lay, fearless. Yeah, see, like,
Wow.
lows definitely would have come out a lot sooner. Ha step.
Round 2. Fight.
Can't make this Kuma flinch.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Just trying to go for what you can. Yep. All those little different pokes you can get from all these different stances, all these knockdowns, all just very important. Yep, knowing
Oh,
exactly
that
what you
was
can get here.
great.
Very important. Side wall, able to just pick up on the side wall, regular wall, KO. Wow, that was incredible.
That
That
was
was
an-
the perfect choice of every move there. To make
Yes.
sure they still got the wall carry, and then ending up with a regular wall splat.
The
Insane. That was
perfect punish
insane
from that
combo,
wall.
actually.
Yes.
No wall combo.
All sweep and into the wall combo does. Side.
Yep, go for a nap. Pickup, no pickup.
Oh, what a whiff! Oh my god!
Lay just breakdancing in the middle of this match.
Oh,
Yeah,
great
punish,
punish.
low mid,
Round
into the
4.
tiger stance.
Fight.
All right, round 4. round 4, but game point for FurriesRiseDown is what I mean to say. But this early pickup by Omegey, getting this slight lead, turning into a sizable lead little bit by little bit.
Like, evening it up here definitely does not. Ooh.
Yeah, no.
Turning the
FurriesRiseDown
tide.
very quickly turned that into a big
Yes.
lead. Into the
key
key charge.
charge.
Yeah. Players saying, all right.
Are we going
See
to
you?
see a different character?
Sorry, did that go to character select or
Yes.
select?
Character
Character
select.
select. Oh.
Kuma is stepping down.
No.
Anna?
Anna. The most requested characters of Tekken 7 on the screen. If you were around before these characters were out, you know that everybody, everywhere, blowing up Harada's messages. Where's Anna? Where's Lei? Here they are.
Here they are, yes. Bringing out the rocket launcher.
But will it be enough?
Good question. Only one way to find out. We're heading back into it.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see this. Actually,
Yeah.
this is this is really exciting to me.
I want to see what else Omegey has up his sleeve
Yeah, no, having
in his back
seeing
pocket.
pocket
Yeah.
characters come out like this is always exciting.
Yes. And it looks like he's using that hell sweep.
Yeah, no, this is a really good start already.
Yeah.
But FurriesRiseDown with their own little bag of tricks, breaking the throw, but not blocking the low.
Oh my gosh, what a trade.
Yeah, that was definitely a trade. Yeah. Just getting that pickup from max range. Yep. Little combo.
The wall.
Throw, breaking. Wall combo.
Oh, this could be dangerous.
This is
Oh.
quite dangerous.
Backing off.
Oh,
there's
the
the sweep.
snake edge.
Yes.
This should be it for this round. This character switch working out. I did not see it working out this well.
However-
To be honest, I am quite surprised and happy to see it.
If FurriesRiseDown can adapt to this, and he can start blocking that low, it's actually very punishable. Anna is a
You know, it's just always exciting to see uncommon characters. That's why
Yes.
this whole tournament has been pretty fun, or especially the ending section of this tournament has been so fun.
for sure, just
for
like
seeing,
the top four.
Yeah, for seeing Anna, for seeing Bear, for seeing Lei. This is just exciting. Yeah, anything will do it. Wall combo, little poke, yeah.
Wow.
No round brown from Omegey in game 3. All right, we see you.
Now that's an answer.
All right.
Try showing me a good time.
You have, Anna. You have.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, no, definitely needs to make these little adjustments, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Little pickups like that. Just being able to block the little things that Anna has, I think is just going to make a huge difference. I think FurriesRiseDown was not expecting a character switch anything like this and just needed a little bit of time to adjust.
Yes.
I think just that little, I think that whole game that just happened was basically just going to be a learning match.
Yeah.
That's how it's kind of seeming to me at the start of this game already.
Absolutely. His adjustments have been nothing short of amazing.
Of course, Omegey not going for all the same things that they went for in the first game. But we might see them coming out soon. And regardless, FurriesRiseDown putting up an excellent
That
show.
sweep has been doing a lot of work.
It's wild. Come on, just need a little poke. That's all you need right there. Headbutt.
Round three. Fight.
All right, tournament round for FurriesRiseDown. But will he be able to secure it on this round, or are we going to have to see it in game 5, or in a round 3, or in a round 4,
Ooh, what a punish!
or in a round 4, round 5? Yeah, sweep. This is scary. This is so scary. Rage on deck. And a little conversion
Wow.
blocks the low, though.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
Omegey is definitely adapting to that move. Once he sees it,
Back turn shenanigans. Little bit of a lead, running away. Stance, snake. More snake strikes. Yeah, get this little bit of pokes. All you need, perfect to end the set. P-Charge FurriesRiseDown is your 2022 TFF Tekken 7 champion. Can we get a Street Fighter 5 Rise Up from Rise Down?
And he just had a great time doing it too. Like, look at that smile on his face. He loves it.
That was definitely a pretty wacky match, but incredibly entertaining nonetheless. Really happy I got to witness that.
Yeah.
Really happy I got to commentate that. That was a fun that was an incredibly fun bracket in general. Yep. Top 3. Getting a pretty decent payout thanks to your contributions to our Matcherino, which will be continuing tomorrow with our brackets. Tomorrow we have, what do we get tomorrow? Smash and Guilty Gear and Vampire Savior. We will be running Matcherinos.
Yes, the
which you will be able to claim codes for, please.
Yep, so that is a big shout outs to our top 3, FurriesRiseDown, Omegey, and Blumb, all making it into the money. Even bigger shout outs to our commentary desk for holding it down from, what, 10 a.m., 12 p.m., whenever?
Whenever we got here.
Early in the morning to all the way late at night. You guys have been beautiful. Thank you so much. Also, a big shout out to all of you. If you've been watching this entire time, this is just day 1. This is just Friday. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be back Sunday with Melty Blood and BlazBlue Central Fiction.
Yes.
So, hold tight. Don't blow all your money right away. Don't spend it all at the dealer's hall or anything like that, please, for the love of God, if you have rent to pay. But yes, big shout outs to everybody involved. And here is Kalis with some words to close out Friday.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Kalis. And, hey, thank you all for showing up. Much appreciated. Thank you for everybody that watched this stream. I know it's been a long 2 years since Furry Fiesta 2020. Yo, let me slide. Hold up. Let me slide in over here.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me slide in. Get me on camera. Hold up. I'm about to pop off right now. Hold up.
Yep.
What's up, y'all? Thank you very much for showing up. Furry Fiesta 2022. We still got tomorrow to go, all right?
And Sunday.
I much appreciate all of you that were here in the stream and everyone that's here in the venue. It's a pretty damn nice venue that they have for this year. So, yeah. Thank you all for showing up. We will see you again tomorrow for Strive, Vampire Savior, and Smash. Also, check out the Matcherino. We've got that for these lovely players. All right? So, hey, I'm out. Deuces.
Hey?
Huh? You're right, Rise It Down.
Oh, Rise It Down, yeah.
All right, now I got to cut them off. Oh, we will be uploading the videos on YouTube, so you should see that shortly. If you're in the Discord, we'll let you know. Oh, hey, hold up. There's the Discord link, baby. Woo! If I can spell Discord right. Boom! Get in there. Yeah, Vicky Viper, you ain't here for that VSAT, so you're missing out. Yeah. That's right. All right, I'm out of here. It's a long night. I got to go drink. Peace out, y'all. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Catch y'all later.